Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
Game of the week on WQEL 92.7 FM, and this evening streaming live and free online on the OH Report. Here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont, Ohio, I'm Josh Stallings alongside Jeff Roberts. It is the Buckeye Central Bucks of the N10 on the road tonight, taking on the St. Joe Streaks of the SBC River Division. Buckeye Central coming in tonight 1-0. Jeff, they got a win last night of a big lopsided victory over Crestline. St. Joe, they did play last week. They took the field. That game was not determined, as far as I know.
Well, they won. I mean, they got it. But it was lightning delayed. They basically
finished the next day.
They basically said, "All right, it's 27-0. Are we going to come back and keep playing this?" No, we're not going to bother. Okay. So St. Joe's comes into the game with a 1-0 record too, after a victory over Miller. And again, 27-0 the score. But like you said, who knows? How bad it could have gotten if it wasn't for the delay that stops the game. It could have been a whole heck of a lot worse.
Twofer of high school football here this weekend on WQEL. Jared and Jeff had the call of Gallion and Cary last night. Of course, St. Joe sharing a field with Fremont Ross. They play their home games on Saturday night. So here we are, twofer on WQEL this weekend. About 10 minutes, so closer to 7 minutes to the kickoff here this evening. And Jeff, let's talk about the Buckeye Central Bucks here a little bit, led by Coach Chad Jensen. They got quarterback Dean running the show this year. Seems like a seventh-year senior, Manny Mullins in the backfield.
Right.
He had a great game last week against Crestline. They are going to run typically what they did, pretty much the same same offense that they ran last year, a heavy run attack.
Well, and it's nice for Coach Jensen. He brings back so many players. Like you said, Manny Mullins, who's finally a senior after 8 years in high school, it feels like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you get these small schools and you get a player like Manny who comes in, he starts as a freshman, they feel like they've been around forever. And last week he only needed to touch the ball 8 times, but he had 87 yards rushing, got a touchdown in there. They threw the ball really well. Derek Steen is a pretty darn good quarterback. He's a returning starter from a year ago. He threw 1 incompletion. He threw 9 passes last week, and 4 of them went for touchdowns. But, again, what are we talking about with level of competition, obviously? And that's the question that both of these teams don't know. Buckeye Central clearly much better than Crestline, and St. Joe's much better than Miller. But how good are those first week opponents, and what does it mean coming into week 2 as both teams are still trying to kind of figure out who their identity is, and how do they compete against really the better teams that are in, Ohio high school football?
Exactly. St. Joe going to come out. They're going to spread the football field here tonight. They're going to go 5 wide a lot of the time, and we know that wide receiver had 4 touchdowns. Where would he go? Jackson Wright.
Yep.
I apologize. 4 receiving touchdowns in that shortened game last week. So they're going to try to get the ball out to him on the edge and let him see what he can do.
And you can tell why, because even if you've never seen him play, as we haven't, this is going to be brand new for us. But I just looked at the roster and I was like, 6'4", 190 pounds. That's a matchup nightmare on the outside for almost any team, especially at the Division 7, Division 6 level. Not a lot of people who have receivers or have defensive backs who can kind of handle that type of size on the outside. And not only was it 4 touchdowns, but he did them all in the first quarter. So it was 27-0 at the end of the first quarter, and he had scored all 4 of their touchdowns. So clearly Miller had no response to figure out how to handle it, and Nick Anderson, their quarterback, was doing a really nice job just throwing it up and letting them get the ball. We'll see if the Bucks have a better answer than Miller had a week ago.
Nick Anderson, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. He's athletic. We might see him use his feet a little bit tonight. Certainly, as you said, a very good arm on the junior quarterback. Getting set for Saturday night, Friday Night Lights here on WQEL 92.7 FM and streaming live and free on the OH Report. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is
on the OH Report. I'm Josh Stallings alongside Jeff Roberts tonight from Don Paul Stadium. It is the Buckeye Central Bucks and the St. Joe Streaks. I assume, Jeff, when you play a Saturday game, these JV guys are going to match up on Monday.
Yeah,
we were talking about that today.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that in terms of, with schools like this. But, St. Joe's only has a roster of 23 students, or 23 players. So, obviously, I can't imagine that they were playing this morning and then turn around and, you need a lot of those same guys to play later in the day. But then again, maybe they don't have a JV team. I don't know. I didn't get into that before the game, but it's a good question.
Fans continuing to file in here in Fremont. Buckeye Central tailgating before the game, so a nice crowd getting up here early, getting some tailgating done. It's a beautiful day here in North Central Ohio. Had great weather for the games last night, beautiful weather for the games here tonight, and I don't think they're doing it quite yet here in pregame. So we'll keep talking of the matchup of Buckeye Central and St. Joe. Certainly a good non-conference matchup for both these two teams in Division 7. Buckeye Central quality seasons dating back to a decade ago as they were Division 7 runner-up. But St. Joe, back to their days in the MAL, they were certainly very competitive. But both schools have suffered numbers. Numbers have certainly taken taken them down a few, and they hang out certainly in Division 7. They're not bumping up anytime soon.
No, I mean, the school districts are small. I mean, and that's why they're at the Division 7 level. And it's getting more challenging in Ohio high school football. And it's not really just Ohio, it's really everywhere, where kids just have so much more interest now. So there was a point in time years ago, I mean, and obviously, I hope I'm not outing anything when I say this. Like, Josh, you went to Seneca East High School, Division 6 school in today's standards. And when schools like that, like what you went to when you were there years ago, you end up with massive numbers of kids that play high school football and high school sports as a whole. Now, I find that teams, they get a lot of numbers when they're coming off of severely successful seasons. So, like last night when we were at Cary, we're looking at a Cary team who won a state title a year ago, and they got 70 kids on the team for a Division 6 school. Yeah. But if you're coming off of a 2-win, 3-win season, it's a lot of times hard to get kids to come back out anymore, because obviously kids want to be a part of a winner, but if your program doesn't necessarily breed winning, they might just say, I'll go find something else to do with my time, and it's just kind of the nature of kids these days.
Get them excited. Hey, this is a great environment for small school, high school football, and we're going to be bringing it to you here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned to WQEL and the OH Report. We got St. Joe and Buckeye Central coming up.
My son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee.
Here at Don Paul Stadium, Buckeye Central on the far sideline, as St. Joe will receive the opening kickoff and head south.
Yeah, when they were out there doing the coin flip, because the colors of the team were the
same
same. And just flip, I was like, Buckeye Central won the flip, and I was like, no, that was St. Joe's. So it took me a little bit, but we're getting ready for some high school football now. I think we got it all figured out.
Buckeye Central will be in their traveling white uniforms with red numerals, silver caps, and the red face mask. St. Joe in their home red uniforms with the white numerals, silver pants, red socks, and the silver caps with also red face mask.
Again, very similar in terms of the helmets, and exciting night for football, and for both these teams, it's kind of interesting. You get out and play on a Saturday, and I actually wondered, because they were out, off last night. Does this the type of thing like you see in basketball? When we're at high school basketball games, you'll see opposing coaches there doing some scouting, and I wonder if this game being on a Saturday night here was going to allow maybe future opponents of either one of these teams to be able to swing out and maybe watch the squads and say, all right, this is what we've got in front of us, especially other teams in the N10 or in the River Division of the SBC.
Well, I certainly wouldn't doubt to see a few here tonight. Getting set for the kickoff, Dominic Dean will send it deep for the Bucks. Back deep, Michael Jamison and Zaquan Bradford. It's going to be a short kick fielded by the up. It's going to be just covered by the up man at the 20-yard line. Getting on the football is number 20. That is Ben Yount, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Streaks.
It actually worked out pretty well for Buckeye Central, with him deciding to just jump on the ball. I mean, I think the Bucks would love it if the Crimson Streaks have to start every drive around their own 20-yard line.
Be sure and stay tuned after the game tonight. Guardians on the road out west against Seattle. We'll take coverage right about 9:30, I guess, depending on how long this game goes. Spread offense out onto the field for the Streaks. Under center is in the gun is Nick Anderson. Has it. He's going to swing it out quickly right side to Jamison, and it's incomplete. So going to the air on the first play from scrimmage. And the Streaks just wanting to spread out the Bucks.
Yep. And obviously seeing what Buckeye Central was giving them defensively, the defensive backs are, the guy who's across from Jamison's playing 10, 15 yards off of him. So they said, okay, well, let's send the other two guys out as the lead blockers, the other receivers on that end. We'll throw it out to them, but just overshot by Anderson.
3 right, 2 to the left. Anderson on 2nd and 10. Pumps, goes over the middle. Got a man one-on-one coverage, and he overthrew him at the 50. He wanted Yount out there in coverage number 3, Heath Jensen. And Yount had him.
Yep.
Just a straight seam route.
Yep, just kind of
3rd and 10.
Pump fake in the middle, and then it just goes over the top of Buckeye Central coming out in man-to-man coverage on the Crimson Streaks. And if, these guys who, they've got some height and some athleticism out there, and it's just a matter of Anderson if he can put it on the spot because he's misfired a little bit on both of his throws.
Easily threw it 30 yards in the air there. Here's 3rd and 10. Quads right this time. Little jail screen right, and he airmailed that one.
Yep.
Incomplete, and that's going to force a punt. South Central doing nothing on their first possession of the night. Very little time off the clock. Still 11:48 to go first quarter.
Yeah, 3 quick passes right there by the Crimson Streaks. And, again, there was Buckeye Central playing off on a couple of guys, but Anderson kind of knew where he wanted to go with the ball on the, like you said, the jailbreak there, and he just threw it over Holman's head. So Buckeye Central, as long as there's no gaffes here, are going to get pretty good field position to start their first offensive drive.
Tyler Sanderson, Manny Mullins will stand at the 50. It will be, no, Mullins not going to take it. He'll let it roll, and it goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So a great streak bounce.
Yeah. That was exactly what I was kind of thinking might, that's the gaff that I was thinking about, not necessarily a fumble or, kind of a mistake. It was just them letting one go by them and, a good friendly roll right there for St. Joe's. And Buckeye Central is starting inside their own territory.
If you ever miss a game or coach's show or phone board, be sure and check out the podcast page on WQEL.com. All previous shows and games posted there. Here's the Bucks on 1st and 10. Trips to the right side, 1 to the left, back in the backfield. Shotgun formation, they're going to give it to Mullins. Mullins moving right side, no room. It'll actually be dropped for a loss on the play. Couple streaks back in there, one including Ben Yount on the stop.
Talked about it. Mullins has a lot of experience coming out of the backfield. Runs hard, does a nice job, good power runner. The one thing Buckeye Central as a team, though, doesn't have necessarily is a lot of speed. And that is the one thing that does kind of work against them, is that they don't have somebody who can get out in the open and really kind of take the top off of a defense.
Kurgis and Sanderson come wide to the left. 2 guys go wide right. Derek's Dean, Mullins in the backfield at the 29. Sanderson in motion. We go to trips. They're going to swing it out. Sanderson trying to catch a block. Gets one on the outside. Looking for the sideline. Dean's got the first down. Sanderson's got the first down and into streak territory at the 40. They'll mark him at the 43-yard line. Great job by the receivers out there to get the block. And Tyler Sanderson will get him into streak territory.
Yeah, tiptoeing down that sideline, breaking through some arm tackles, but good job blocking, like you said, by the elite receivers out there on the right side. Sanderson, who caught 2 passes a week ago, and both of them went for touchdowns, has another big play for the first down for the Bucks.
J.R. Martin and Heath Jensen out there getting the blocks. Trips to the right, lone receiver left. That's Kurgis. Sweet play. It's Dean keeping it. And Dean actually able to get to the 40, so a good gain of 3.5. Give him 4. First quarter, still no score. 10-20 and counting here at Don Paul.
I figured that's something that Coach Jensen was going to kind of tap into a little bit more this year. Like I said, not necessarily having speed, but just getting everybody involved in different ways, like a Derek Steen, who throws a good ball, and we saw it all last year too. But getting him to just kind of run a little bit once in a while, even if it's not necessarily picking up 10, 15, 20 yards, but even just a 3-4 yard gain here and there is going to be another little weapon that makes defenses have to watch out.
Dean in the gun, fakes the handoff, has pressure, he's going to have to get rid of it, he's trying to scramble, can't get away. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage, though, is Derek's Dean. And he had pressure in his face in a hurry. Coverage sack.
Outstanding effort right there by Dean to just actually get back to the line of scrimmage. I figured it was going to be at least a 3-4 yard loss, but he just kept kind of breaking through, picking up, from where the initial hit was, 4 yards forward. So it makes it 3rd and 7. But depending on how things go here, see if Coach Jensen thinks is this 2-down territory, or if he decides he wants to kind of put him down deep with a punt if they don't make it here on 3rd.
Martin, Jensen, and Sanderson go wide to the right. Kurgis wide to the left. Dean dropping back at the 45. Steps up, has time, lets it fly downfield. Got a man wide open. Kurgis! Oh, he had him wide open in the end zone, but overthrew him. Kurgis broke free of the safety. That was Ben Yount in coverage. Oh, man, Dean had his man, but couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, when I was first looking at the play, and on the OH report, you can see the replay. As he starts maneuvering over to the left side on the scramble, there's so much space there that if he takes off running, I think he definitely gets the first down if he goes wide. And I thought that's what he was going to do. But when he looked downfield and he saw his receiver that wide open, he couldn't help but take a shot.
4-down territory for Coach Jensen at the 40-yard line.
For the screen
play, it's wide open. They got Mullins at the 40, but a beautiful play made by the DB. That's Ethan Mariscal. The only guy who can make a play made it for the Streaks. They get the turnover. What a play.
Perfect play, like you said, by Mariscal, because it's well developed, and you can see it here. It's literally just the missed block. That's all it was. The lineman who's blocking him, he got away from him, and he was able to make the tackle. If that lineman's able to hold that block on Mariscal, it's going to get a first down for sure. But because of that individual effort, we got a turnover and downs.
1st and 10 now for the Streaks. Anderson back out on the field. He's going to hand off out of the pistol. Moving right side is Mariscal, and no gain, minimal gain, maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, Ethan Mariscal going to be the back for them. Like you said, we saw him on the first down have 5 receiver sets on the first 3 plays. This time they come out and they bring Mariscal into the backfield, and it opens up the potential for running plays as they're now going to go with tight ends and kind of alter up their looks.
2nd and 9, wing to the right, 2 to the left out of the pistol. He's going to throw, lob pass into the flats. Nice pass, or nice catch made over there. He's got the first down after he broke the tackle. That is number 9, Michael Jamison, hauled that pass in. Fingertip catch.
Yeah, that was a very
nice.
That's
going to move him.
Very nice pitch and catch right there. Anderson still kind of overthrowing these receivers, but Jamison doing a great job going up and getting it. And don't make any mistake about it. I mean, these receivers are tall. I mean, he's 6'2", so Anderson just kind of releasing a little bit too much. It's like a pitcher. Like if you ever see a pitcher who's having a hard time hitting the strike zone, it's usually because the mechanics are a little bit off. They're releasing a little bit too soon. That's what's happening to Anderson right now. Just got lucky that he's got that tall receiver. They actually say he stepped out of bounds just a yard short of that first down, though.
3rd and a yard. Pistol formation again. They go to the back. Yount looking for it. Can't get to the line of scrimmage. Well, they'll actually give him the line of scrimmage, and it is Mariscal, not Yount.
Yep, a little pushing and shoving inside right there.
Good stuff in the middle.
Great job by Buckeye Central in there, kind of closing up any hole that he could potentially go through. Just met right there, and
linebacker came up, met him in the hole.
Exactly. The only place he could potentially go with it, because everybody else held their ground and filled the space.
5 wide for St. Joe on 4th and 1. He's got the snap.
Going to be a direct.
And keeper up the middle. He reaches for it. Flag flies. He's got the first down. We'll see what the flag is.
Right in that neighborhood of a potential hold. So even though a very good play, and that's what they're
it is a hold.
They're calling. So even though it was kind of an orchestrated play where I was thinking when they went out spread that I was like, okay, this is probably a tuck and run by the quarterback. I understand what they're trying to do. They're only going to get 1 yard. They're trying to get as many defenders out of the way as possible. But the hold right there backs them up, and coaching staff for the Crimson Streaks, they're not going to go after this one. They'll punt it away.
Anderson had enough, but the hold backs him up, and they'll have to punt it away. Back deep, Sanderson and Mullins. 7:29 to go, first quarter. Clean snap, clean punt, and a good one. Mullins will field it at the 25. Shakes one guy at the 35, trying to run over another, and drags him for a few before going down at the 38-yard line. In there to make the tackle, number 14, Jackson Wright. And pretty good starting field position for the Bucks here. 7:19 to go, first quarter.
think one thing that Coach Jensen's got to be real happy about is I'm just looking things over. He's got 35 kids on the roster.
Absolutely.
And that's a big deal because I'm noticing for St. Joe's almost everybody's playing both ways. There's not really any substitutions right now.
We're going to take a timeout here on WQEL and streaming tonight live and for free on the OH Report. We'll be right back in Fremont. It's St. Joe and Buckeye tied at 0.
Bay Turf Center. We build better. Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services.
And also streaming live and free online on the OH Report. Buckeye Central offense out on the field led by Derek Dean. And it is 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Buckeye Central had some opportunities there first drive. They made a good first down with Tyler Sanderson. Dean just missed a potential touchdown throw, so I think they got to feel pretty good coming out here for this drive.
Dean and Mullins in the pistol. They go to Mullins straight up the middle. Flag flies. Mullins carrying some defenders over the 40 to the 42, but it's going to come back. That'll be a hold against Buckeye.
And that's a bad one because it's 2 yards into the backfield for you to do it from the spot of the placement of the foul. It's going to work really against the Bucks in terms of this first down drive is going to now that they're going to have the redo of the first down, but this drive is going to start with their backs against the wall because they're going to have a lot of distance to go for a first down.
Be sure and check out Coach's Corner West with Davey Jones. Davey talking to players and coaches from Colonel Crawford, Winford, and Bucyrus High School. Trips to the right here on 1st and long. Kurgis, lone receiver to the left side, jail screen. They got Sanderson. Sanderson trying to break it outside. Gets a few of the yards back up to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, nice play right there by the linebacker to come over and kind of get a little trip up right there because, he's going right to a hole to the outside, and if he can't catch him, he's going to get some space because they're doing a nice job blocking it off. Heath Jensen, once again, blocking downfield, was doing a nice job of sealing off the edge.
Joel Norega on the stop. 6-foot senior. Trips left side on 2nd and long. Derek Dean rolling to his left. Steps up, throws, and it is picked off. Picked off by Jackson Wright. Jackson Wright going to the sideline and brought down at the 35-yard line in Buckeye territory. And Derek Dean stepped up trying to thread the needle. And 2 receivers kind of in the same area. And the play made by Jackson Wright to pick it away.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of those coaching moments that they're going to go back later and they're going to say, look, this is a scenario where in the fight for the ball, the receivers let the defender kind of move in front of them and take it away from them. You got to go. You can't just always expect the ball to come to you. Sometimes you got to
turn into a defensive back.
Yes,
sometimes.
And you got to play some defense. And Wright makes a nice interception. Big opportunity right now for St. Joe's.
Ball to 35, 1st and 10. Nick Anderson wants it, has it, hands off to Wright. End around play is going to be sniffed out. Oh, still on his feet, looking for a block, coming back around to the right side at the 30. Flag flies inside the 25 down to the 23, but it's coming back after a long run by 14 Jackson Wright.
A hold going to be called right there as they're going to bring that one back. A good job right there by Jackson Wright, realizing, oh boy, I got nowhere to go right now, and a couple of missed opportunities to make the tackle for the Bucks. There's one, there's 2 on the replay on the OH report. But when he comes back the other way, it's like, this is going to go for a first down for sure. But Buckeye Central catches a little break on the hold that's sealed off the edge there. So
sure,
now,
Coach Jensen still not pleased. Likes the penalty, but not pleased with his team's performance there.
That's right. Now, St. Joe's going to feel like the same situation the Bucks just had moments ago, where you're looking at 1st and 20. It's a lot tougher, and you pretty much have to go to the air.
Clock moving here in the first quarter, 6-minute mark. Quads left side. Anderson wants to throw, has pressure, gets rid of it. Wright catches it, moving upfield. It's the 35-yard line where he's gang tackled and knocked back, but they get 10 yards back on that play. Anderson, with a lot of pressure in his face, hung strong and delivered the football.
Well, Jackson Wright, again, he's the player who a week ago against Miller had 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. And you can see as he's running here, I mean, he's just kind of a, he's tall, long strider. Not necessarily a burner, but he runs hard and he makes it difficult because he uses his body well to shield off defenders from not only the ball, but, when he's moving down the field, he makes it tough for him to bring them down.
Kurgis at 6'5", the man-on-man matchup out there. They try and swing it this time to the right to Michael Jamison, and the DB's all over that pretty quick.
Yep, ends up losing a couple of yards after a nice play moments ago.
Heath Jensen closed the gap.
Yep, when they went to right, this time things closed down in a hurry, and they lost a couple trying to get to Jamison.
3rd and 12. 4:45 to go, first quarter here on WQEL and the OH Report. 2 left side, 3 to the right. Anderson alone back there, calls for the shotgun snap, lets it fly one-on-one. Kurgis in man coverage. He wanted the interception. Kurgis was the only one that could have made a play on it. The Buckeye Central defender, it was intended for Jackson Wright. That was the only read for Anderson on that play. Just reach back and let it go.
And this is the perk that Buckeye Central has, as we were talking about the height of Jackson Wright at 6'4". He's a tough matchup. But luckily for Buckeye Central, Trevor Kurgis plays defensive back, and he's 6'5". You don't get that often. Most guys who are that tall, they're somewhat regulated to safety, or maybe they play on the line. But Kurgis is actually a cornerback who's matching him up man to man.
4th and 12. They're going to go for it here. Instead of trying to bury him deep. And going to take a timeout. Nick Anderson looks to the sideline. St. Joe and Coach Scott Nisley take their first timeout of the first half. We'll do the same. 4:27 to go, first quarter. You're listening to WQEL and watching online for free on the OH Report.
Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Don Paul Stadium. Buckeye Central and St. Joe battling it out here on a Saturday night. Streaks looking for a 4th down and long.
It looks like they're setting up to punt here,
yeah,
but
maybe drop back to punt now.
But they're in a space where, if I'm Buckeye Central, I probably play defense and don't worry about trying to do a return, because I don't know what this one is, but there we go. There you go.
Mullins drops back deep, and it goes into the sideline.
Yeah, and it's
punt by 55, Joel Norega.
Short side of the field, though, so that's not going to get them very much.
Not a very good punt. 25-yard lines where they're going to spot it.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was a little surprised that they decided to punt it. Yeah, but I guess hopeful that he was going to be able to pin Buckeye Central down deep, but the punt doesn't work out. Bucks, again, not the greatest field position, but it could have been a lot worse.
Buckeye back with the ball. Quarterback Derek Dean out on the field. Bucks looking like they want to spread it out here on 1st and 10. Trips to the right of Dean. Kurgis, lone guy beneath us to the left. Mullins on the left hip of Dean. And Mullins going to lead block. He's got a hole straight up the middle, looking to bounce it outside. Gets across the 40 and goes down at the 43-yard line. Good lead blocking there by Manny Mullins for Derek Dean, and a big carry.
Great play right there. Good design. And I think the only thing that they're going to end up talking to Derek Steen about is that he kind of tucked down. He was waiting on a hit at the end, and it slowed him down. He probably could have gotten a few more yards, and if he's faster than that guy, maybe he just runs away from him, but he was kind of expecting, I'm going to get tackled or get hit at any point in time, and he was shrugging his shoulders and crouching like he didn't want to get hit that hard.
Great block on the outside by Trevor Kurgis.
Yeah.
Man-to-man matchup again, him and Jackson Wright going at it.
Gives them Buckeye Central a lot of space here, and I think they're going to call a timeout now.
Dean didn't like what he saw, so another timeout taken by Buckeye Central. we'll do the same. We'll be right back here at Don Paul Stadium for Saturday Night Lights.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center.
First quarter action here on WQEL and the OH Report. No score, though, between Buckeye Central and St. Joe. Derek's Dean and the Bucks looking at a 1st and 10 from the 43. Kind of an odd time for a timeout. After a big play like that, not really sure why quarterback Derek's Dean burned one there. But
I don't even think it was because he didn't like the setup. I think he was having a hard time figuring out what play call was coming in because he was staring at the sideline the whole time.
Empty, hands off. Mullins coming across, gets it across the 45 and goes down at the 46-yard line. Mullins heading up behind that right tackle. 3 yards on first down there. Mullins, not the quickest back, but he's typically going to fall forward.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some size, and he does find holes. It's just, like you said, he's not super explosive, so it's super important that the guys up front do a nice job opening holes and maintaining their blocks, giving them time to get through it.
Empty on 2nd and 7. Mullins again. Motion man right to left.
Oh,
fake
flag.
it this time.
There's a procedure penalty.
Illegal shift against Buckeye. Will back him up. 2nd and 7 goes to 2nd and long.
A little bit of a sloppy game early on here. That's never the thing that coaches can stomach. Mistakes happen, but, when it's just penalties and just putting you in tough situations offensively, it drives coaches insane.
Ball at the 41 following the penalty. Dean sends 3 to the left. Mullins and Kurgis to the right side. Play clock winding. It's at 15. Dean in no hurry.
And the coaching staff was over there chatting it up. But what do we want to run here? I mean, that's what they were doing. They were just waiting on the coaches.
No safety over the top here for St. Joe. Dean steps up, lets it go, has Mullins across the middle into St. Joe territory, and Mullins has a first down at the 45. No flag back at the 40-yard line. It
was a very well orchestrated and run play, but another holding call on Buckeye Central. Interior offensive lineman, they're going to say got him, and again, that's going to end up negating what was a first down on a very good play overall for the Bucks.
Penalty stricken drive here for Buckeye Central will back them up further into their own territory, nearing the end of the first quarter here in Fremont.
And unfortunately for Coach Jensen, you don't design a lot of plays that put you in. It's like, all right, when we are at 2nd and 23, where are we going to go with this?
Right.
I mean, you just at this point in time, you just say, all right, well, let's figure out what we can dip into the playbook that maybe can get us half of this yards back, so we can put ourselves into a makeable 3rd down.
3 to the short side of the field. Kurgis alone at the top. Dean in a gun, wants to throw. Once Kurgis, now looking back to the other side, has Mullins. Mullins gets by one defender, trying to shake another at the 35, falls ahead to the 37. Get a few back, call it 7-yard gain on the play as we approach 2 minutes. That safety, Kurgis over there at the wide side of the field, that pulls an extra defender over there. Then you throw back to the other side, trying to catch them napping out of their contained lanes.
It's a really good play when you've got a defense that's over pursuing, but it's even better when you've got a defense that over pursuing and you have a lot of speed on your side, because then that guy's got a lot of space and they can take off. For Buckeye Central, their Mullins actually didn't have a lot of space to run with. St. Joe's had guys there. He actually made the first one miss.
3rd and 17, 3-man rush. Dean, all sorts of time, lets it go over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Had a man again, Heath Jensen, but Dean overthrew him. Jensen open on that post.
He sure is. Unfortunately, when he goes home, he's going to have a chat with Dad because, he undercut the route a little bit too much. You can see he misjudged it. Thought it was, going to be a pass that he could come.
Dean trying to lead him a little bit more, maybe.
And that's exactly right. I think Dean was trying to lead him down the field, and he thought he was going to be able to cut across the field a little bit more. And by the time he redirected himself to try to get back down the field, it was over his head.
Mullins out on the field to punt it away for Buckeye. Great punt this time. End over end, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 30, it looks like. Mullins got a boot into that one.
Yep, very nice kick right there.
Official, I don't think he's going to back it up. No, they're going to spot it at the 25, I think.
I want to remind everybody that after our game here, Josh and I will be picking our Buckeye Central player for the McDonald's Player of the Game. The player is going to get themselves a meal from the Lewis Family McDonald's. They're located throughout Ohio. Stay tuned to find out who's going to win, and thank you to the Lewis Family McDonald's for sponsoring our Player of the Game tonight.
Far side official threw a flag on that punt, actually, so we're going to walk it back, and Mullins,
Yep.
We're going to force him to do it again.
Yeah, no doubt about it that if you're the Crimson Streaks and you're the coaching staff, you're looking at that going, it was a pretty good punt.
Yeah.
I'll let him kick this one again because I'm going to take my chances that he's not going to be able to do it again.
Yount and Jackson Wright back deep. Mullins now will stand at the 20. High snap. Mullins able to jump up, grab it. Low liner this time. It's going to skip to right at the 30. He's going to be hit by Kurgis. Got off of him at the 34. Now he gets across the 40. Looking for the 45. Still shaking defenders. Has the 45, 46.
Wow, look at him
pushing
push.
to the 50. Into Buckeye Central territory. All the way to the 45-yard line. What a push by the pile.
Yep. Jackson Wright is proving very hard to bring down to the ground, and there are multiple opportunities for Buckeye Central to make tackles. There's 1, 2, 3. The third guy wraps him up, and that's when everybody else comes in. Dominic Dean was the one who got him wrapped up, but he then drug that entire Buckeye Central team 15, 20 yards from there. So big return and a good opportunity here for St. Joe's.
58 seconds here in the first quarter. He's going to send Jackson Wright wide to the left. Below us is Michael Jamison. Pistol formation, double tight. Has the snap, going to hand off. Back moving right side. That is Mariscal, and Mariscal short gain of about 1.
Yep, Buckeye Central doing a very good job, not only filling the holes their linebackers are, but they're doing a good job tackling one-on-one.
That was 20. That was Yount.
Yep, you're right.
2nd and 8. And St. Joe will be forced to run another play here before the end of the quarter. Now Mariscal out onto the field. Beautiful night here in Fremont.
Yeah, it couldn't be better in terms of a night of football. Maybe a little more breeze for those outside, but outside of that, it's fantastic.
Play clock at 5, game clock at 15. Wants to throw. Comes near side in the flats. Has it complete to Thomas Obregon.
Yep. I see it that way too.
First reception for him tonight brings up 3rd and 4. But that will be the end of the first quarter. So here at Don Paul Stadium, still no score between Buckeye Central and St. Joe. You're listening to Saturday Night Lights on WQEL and streaming live online and for free on the OH Report.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com.
Start of the second quarter here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont, Ohio. It is the St. Joe Streaks 0 and the Buckeye Central Bucks 0. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Streaks. Anderson calls for the motion. He's going to hand it off. Jamison moving left side up the field to the 35-yard line. Jamison now pushed back, but they'll give him forward progress across the 35, and that will move the sticks.
Yeah, it actually
got just enough.
Worked out perfectly for St. Joe's because that first down marker was literally right at the 35-yard line, and they actually kind of moved it to just on the line. A little surprising. I thought he got a little bit further than that, but either way, Jamison gets him the first down.
Scoreless ball game so far. Same story as last night for me, at least.
Right?
Doing the Winford Pleasant game, 8-0. Pleasant with the victory last night. Defensive struggle, and that's what we have so far here tonight. 2 to the right, tight end wing left, but a timeout. Coach Scott Nisley not happy with the St. Joe Streaks, having to burn a timeout here to start the second quarter. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to WQEL and the OH Report. It's Saturday Night High School Football.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Team Halftime Show brought to you by Ken and Matt Studer at Ken's Standing Seam. Phone Matt Studer today. It's set up for the last roof you will ever need. That's 419-544-6275. 419-544-6275. 1st and 10 for the Streaks. Here's Anderson in the pistol. Standing at the 40, drops back to Heavin. Man wide open across the middle. Pass is complete. Jamison can walk into the end zone. Touchdown Streaks.
Almost overshot him, but a great job by Jamison adjusting, pulling that one down out of the air. And like you said, a broken coverage down the middle by Buckeye Central. And defenders were kind of turning around looking at each other going, where's my help? I thought I had safety help on that play. Didn't have it, and Jamison gets to walk himself into the end zone.
Streaks open up the second quarter with the touchdown, and Coach Nisley probably a little bit more pleased after that play.
Absolutely.
Had to take the timeout, but got the result he wanted. Extra point is up, and it is good for number 34, Jack Dumminger. FC Bank will bring you that extra point. Thank you, FC Bank, your friendly community bank. With 11:16 to go, first half, it is St. Joe 7 and Buckeye 0.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Awaiting the kickoff, it'll be Mullins from the 7. Mullins looking straight up the middle. Mullins across the 20, looking for the 25, goes down just shy at the 24-yard line. And Buckeye Central offense will be out on the field trying to answer that pitch and catch from Nick Anderson to Michael Jamison. Jamison with a beautiful reception. He was wide open.
He absolutely was. Like a breakdown defensively, but I think both these teams have had some opportunities out there. It was just a matter of conversion and connecting on the opportunities that were being given. And so far, both teams were missing throughout the first quarter, and they come out for the second quarter, and St. Joe's does not miss on that throw.
Derek Dean and the offense out on the field. Trips to his right. Kurgis, lone receiver to the left. Pumps, throws, lets it go to Jensen. Jensen with a short game at a flag.
Yeah, and again, it's going to be inside. I don't know. It might be even. I don't even know if that was a hold or if they're going to say an illegal lineman downfield. Is what I actually saw. Could see one of the offensive linemen for Buckeye Central taking off before the ball left the hands of Derek Steen.
Penalties have not been friendly tonight to Buckeye.
Too many mistakes, and when you've got an official crew that is happy to throw flags a lot, you're going to have to play a very clean game, and they haven't so far.
11 minutes first half here at Don Paul. 2 wide receiver set. Dean will set up shotgun formation. Mullins to the left. St. Joe showing blitz, man coverage.
Nope.
And now we're going to false start.
Got movement inside, and
Buckeye will be backed up even further. Good job by St. Joe.
Yeah.
Went heavy to the line. A lot of guys coming hot, blitzing.
Now a late flag thrown out after it's all over. Oh, no, that was just the back official throwing the flag back to the other one. I was like, what was that all about?
Trying to help his buddy out. Didn't want
Yes,
him to walk so
absolutely.
far.
Good help.
Here's 1st and 20. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Mullins in the backfield. Sanderson in motion. Dean wants to throw. Nice pocket. He's got to step up. Pressure. Has his jersey. Lets it go. Incomplete.
Yep.
Dean went to the scramble and wrapped up from behind. Had to get rid of it.
Yeah, his jersey held up, and he wasn't able to step into the throw at all as a result. Trying to get it down the field to a receiver, trying to make it a big play, but wasn't able to do it. Again, just man-to-man coverage down the corner looking for Sanderson, but not able to get it out there.
7-0 your score, Buckeye Central football. 3rd and 20 now.
Buckeye Central.
Excuse me, 2nd and 20.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some yardage here for just no other reason to flip the field position around, even if it's just not to get points on the board. Starting in your own territory, and then you end up with the penalties on top at the beginning.
Dean has it, looking for a lead blocker, straight quarterback keep. Spins on the outside, nowhere to go. Knocked down by Obregon.
Yeah, miscommunication by the receivers out there. 2 defenders, 2 receivers. One receiver was trying to block both of them, and the other one took off running. So, like I said, a little mistake right there, and sure enough, lucky to get a yard out of it.
Yeah, Lucky's right. Still 3rd and long. 10-minute mark, 2nd quarter. Dean and Mullins in the backfield, trips to the left. Dean wants to throw. Pressure off the outside edge. Sneaks by, lets it go across the middle, but short for the intended receiver. Looking for Tyler Sanderson on the dig route, but Dean left it short, and they'll be forced to punt.
Dean, after the play was over, went over and had some harsh words for his offensive lineman because his initial throw he wanted to have, he had to tuck it back in because he had a defender right in his face, had to get that guy to miss, and then wasn't able to set himself up to make a good throw to a receiver who was open. Like, he got
had
the
Sanderson
space
across the middle.
Yep, he just can't get the ball to him.
Mullins out there to punt. Yount right, back deep. Mullins has it and gets up another good one. High end over end. Grabbed by Yount at the 49. Now he's going to be driven back into streak territory and goes down at the 46. Good punt coverage there by the Bucks.
Yeah, Trevor Kurgis doing a nice job. Not just getting down the field and wrapping him up, but, he couldn't get him down right away, but he just never let go. And, sometimes that's what you got to do. Just hold on for dear life. Work on the grip.
Yep. 9:39 to go, 2nd quarter, and it will be the Streaks offense back out on the field. Sure, stay tuned at the half. We've got the Ken Standing Seam halftime show coming up. And then following our game, we'll have the post game. And that will have our McDonald's Q92 player of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, picking a player from Buckeye Central for that award. And again, we want to thank Lewis Family McDonald's for that sponsorship. But again, right now, the Bucks aren't making it easy on us because a lot of mistakes out there and some struggles.
Dean's had some initial time to throw the football. And he's got a good initial pocket, but when that breaks down and he tries to use his feet, the defense is coming. He's got linebackers who are breaking off of coverage, getting in his face, and they're just struggling to connect downfield, still looking for a big play.
No question about it. I mean, it is really an issue that they're just dealing with at this point in time. But opportunities are there, and that's the one thing that I think Coach Jensen is going to end up talking about with his team is that we just got to take advantage of what is being presented to us, and everybody just needs to play a cleaner game because even just on the last play that we saw before the punt, Dean had open receivers and some opportunities. Unfortunately, he had a guy in his face, had to tuck it back in, and he couldn't set to make a good throw.
Streak offense on the field, 1st and 10, empty backfield. Come near side.
Oh, boy.
Wide receiver pass, looking downfield. He was hit as he threw. Sanderson in coverage. Michael Jamison looking for the wide receiver pass, intended for number 3, Holman.
Yeah, very nice job by Buckeye Central, not fooled by it. They're in that man coverage, and sure enough, when they made that move, Sanderson had never left the receiver. He saw the initial pass to Jamison. He still kept running with the receiver down the field. So
good job by Tyler.
Absolutely outstanding work.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Play clock down to 8. Streaks hustle to the line. Yount. Slot right. 2 wide receivers left, pistol formation. And they're going to hand off. Mariscal looking right side. Over the 50. Goes down at the 48. Short gain there on 3rd down. And see what the Streaks want to do here on 4th down, but in Buck's territory.
Yeah, big Kenny Oates up on him there, 277 pounds up in the middle, making things pretty challenging for the St. Joe's to be able to run in the middle. And that time they kind of tried to bounce it away from him, but he was able to just track it down, make a nice tackle.
Streaks 7, Bucks 0 here in the 2nd quarter. Clock moving. We're at 8:55 and counting. Right, lone receiver left. 2 to the right side. Pistol formation again. Has it. Wants to throw it. Lets it go.
Open.
Broken coverage again. Oh, he dropped it. Intended out there for number 20, Ben Yount. The defensive back, J.R. Martin, was cooked on the play.
Unbelievable. He hit him right in the hands, and he's wide open, cutting down that line. Once again, like you said, he was expecting something, kind of a short pass, and, that wasn't even I was expecting help. He just kind of got fooled, thinking that he was going to cut up short right at the 1st down marker, and the receiver ran right by him. Opportunity right there, ends up, going to actually it was Brendan Grawl down the field, and he just couldn't make it happen. Couldn't bring it in.
Punt now for St. Joe's. It'll go out of bounds. They'll spot it probably about the 22, 23-yard line. So decent punt there by Norega.
Yep.
And
Buckeye
the score
Central
stays 7-0.
Yep, Buckeye Central, and you can see on our OH report right now, we keep saying a beautiful night for football. Great shot right now of the stadium here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont, and both of these teams, these coaches are going to go into the locker room going, do you know how many opportunities we left on the field here?
A lot of points left on the field here in the first half.
Ooh, both teams, ouch.
1st and 10 now for the Bucks. Ball at the 22. Dean wants to go to Mullins on 1st and 10. Big hole for Mullins up the middle. It's a foot race now. Mullins is at the 50. Inside streak territory. Stiff arm still running. Goes down at the 30-yard line. No high safety for the Streaks on that play. And play on Mullins made him pay for it.
He sure did. Big hole, great run right there by Manny Mullins, and got behind the Crimson Streak defense, and good job blocking. I mean, they sealed everybody off on that play, and the defenders, some of them just over pursued, and if it wasn't for a couple of defensive backs with some speed being able to chase him down, that would have gone to the house.
Mullins with the biggest play of the night for Buckeye.
Yeah, they needed it.
Here's Derek Steen, quarterback keeper. Good blocking again, straight up the gut, and Dean's got 8 on 1st down.
I really do believe that is an opportunity out there for Buckeye Central. Dean, when he's running the football, that's his 5th carry. He's got 30 yards, 6 yards a carry.
Efficient.
That's a pretty efficient way to move the ball around. And I think that, with Mullins, you just saw his great run, but when he's going as a lead blocker, he really clears out some space for Dean when they want to keep the quarterback with the ball in his hands.
Trips right on second and short. Derek's Dean in the gun. Has the snap, goes to Mullins. Manny looking right on the trap. Has the 20 and should have, that's the first down.
Yep. Again,
good enough for Mullins there. Give him a fresh set of downs. Keeps the clock moving as we near the half.
Yeah, defensive lineman gets on his back, but not before Mullins able to make his way to that first down marker. And again, not a super, like exciting run, but super efficient and a very effective run, something that coaching staff is always going to be happy with. I'll take 3 yards almost any play if you just need 2 for the first down.
Trips right. J.R. Martin, Jensen, and Sanderson. Kurgis lone receiver left. Keeper with Dean. Dean looking for a block. They do a nice job to stretch it out, and Dean with a short gain.
Yeah, he just kept looking for that place where he should I cut here, cut there. Got a little indecisive, though. He just couldn't quite figure out the place where he should make his move, and as a result, he ends up kind of stretching it out, and a nice job right there defensively. And that was Bradford who just kept stretching him out there for the Crimson Streaks. Made it a short game.
They need the 10 for a first. Man-to-man coverage again by the Streaks. Everybody within 3 yards. Dean has it. Could have been a false start. No call. They go to Mullins. Mullins running straight ahead. And a good carry there for Manny on second down. And a manageable 3rd and 3 upcoming for the Bucks.
Just talked about it a little bit ago with Manny Mullins. Not going to blow you away with speed, but he's going to find holes. He's going to make a couple guys miss. And then when he does get tackled, he's going to follow forward. And when he does, he's going to end up picking up an extra yard or 2 as a result.
Little motivational speech from Derek's Dean might have got this front line going.
Right.
3rd and 3. Trips right side for Dean. Kurgis on the left. Dean, hard snap count. Has it, wants to throw it. Snap, or caught, slant route inside the 5, and Sanderson has it at the 2-yard line. Beautiful clear-out play.
Yep.
The 2 inside wide receivers vacate. Sanderson comes underneath on the slant route. And just a quick pitch and catch there by Dean and Sanderson.
Josh, you and I have been calling games so long that I'm sure you're sick of me hearing it, me saying it. But if you run a slant on man coverage, it's a nightmare for a cornerback in high school football to try to cover.
Here goes Mullins, the big back, straight up the gut, and I think they got him just shy. They'll mark him at the half-yard line. Mullins in a 3-point stance right behind Dean under center.
Yep.
Mullins saying, let me eat.
Yep. He said, give me that one more time. It's going to be tough to stop him.
Oh, Dean fumbled the snap. Mullins going to have to cover it.
Boy, that was bizarre. That was almost like the cornerback thought, or I'm sorry, the center thought that the quarterback was in a shotgun.
Yeah.
The way he snapped that thing out. He threw it out at him quickly, and it just slipped right through Dean. He's in the goose position, and he snapped that thing back hard.
I don't think Dean was ready.
Nope.
Luckily, Buckeye Central able to jump on it. Now 3rd and goal from the 5. But again, clock at 4:45 and moving.
Mistakes like that, again, could potentially, derail a real good opportunity. See if the Bucks can make it convert here.
Dean back under center. 2 backs and a 3-point behind him. Hands off. Mullins with a lead blocker into the end zone. Touchdown, Manny Mullins in Buckeye Central.
Outstanding blocking up front and a good job by Manny Mullins finding the hole. He ran right through and basically was able to get into that end zone. I don't even know if he was touched. If he was, it was just barely a hand.
7-6, 4:34 to go, second quarter. Buckeye Central on the board. We'll see what Coach Jensen wants to do. Is he going to go for 2 or kick the extra point? Looks like the offense is staying out there. So after a slow first quarter, these 2 teams coming to life a little bit here in the second.
Taking a lot of time to get this play in. You got 10 seconds on the play clock, so
yeah,
gonna have to hustle it up now.
Coach Jensen will go for 2. Play clock down to 3. Dean in the gun, and now he's gonna have to take a timeout on a 2-point conversion attempt. Coach Chad Jensen will take his second timeout to talk over this extra point. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on WQEL and online on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts back with you tonight on WQEL, WQEL.com, and streaming online on the OH Report live and free.
I don't think they changed the play call because they had what took them so long is they were running Dominic Dean, the freshman, into the backfield. He's still out there in the same position.
Split backs on either side of Dean. He's going to keep it, looking for a lead block. Going left, and he's got the end zone. 2-point conversion is successful for Buckeye. They take a 1-point lead, 8-7.
And you can see why they bring in Dominic Dean there.
Yeah.
You get Dominic Dean at 225 pounds. Manny Mullins also lead blocking in front. Makes things pretty easy for Derek Dean to run in.
Buckeye Central, their first lead tonight. 4:34 to go, first half. It's Buckeye 8, St. Joe 7.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Back here on WQEL, Buckeye Central taking an 8-7 lead. Kickoff is a good one down to the 15-yard line. Return down there by Jamison. Jamison's got a seam up the center of the field. It's a foot race. Jamison at the 40. He's got Sanderson at the 30. Sanderson will make the play at the 10-yard line and throw him down. What a return by Jamison. He hit the seam and shot out of a gun like a bullet.
Yep. Buckeye Central didn't do a very good job of holding down their space. Little seam right in the middle, and Jamison able to take off. Sanderson does a nice job of cutting off the angle to prevent the 6, but still an outstanding return for St. Joe's. And Coach Nisley couldn't be happier about you let up 8 points, and you just come right back. Put yourself offense in a great opportunity to get the points right back.
Streaks will have it, first and goal from the 10. Jamison showing off the speed. Here comes quarterback Nick Anderson. Running back behind him is Ben Yount. Double tight. Anderson going to hand off to Yount. Yount going straight forward. Not a lot of space. Falls forward for a yard. Tackle made on the play by 57, Jonathan Stander.
Yeah, Stander listed at 318 pounds.
Big fella.
Guys like that are hard to get away from. They get their arms around you, and there he's able to make a good tackle on Yount. Only picked up a yard.
Clock is stopped. Official timeout. Got a little blood on a player. Landon Sherwood going to have to run over.
Yep, quick substitution here for Buckeye Central.
Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the first half. Streaks will go 2 wide receiver set, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation again, now a motion man. They are going to fake the handoff, speed option left side. Anderson going to keep it and get stuffed. Once again, it's Stander. Big fella making a play again. Nowhere to go for Nick Anderson. He was swallowed up.
I really actually very much like the play design because you get your receiver going the other way. You're trying to clear guys out from that side, especially when you got a defense playing the man-to-man. But I'll tell you what, when you got Stander who's just flowing down that sideline or flowing down that line, and they're trying to block a man-to-man, and good luck on that. He's not able to do it.
2-yard loss makes it 3rd and goal from the 11. Quads right side, right the lone receiver to the left. Anderson looking for him. Now he's rolling right. Lets it go in the end zone. Heavy traffic. It's tipped and incomplete.
Good play in the middle right there, Manny Mullins. And, quite honestly, St. Joe's gets a little lucky because he put that ball up in a smart area where only his tall receiver was able to get it. Because when he first released the pass, I was like, Mullins was pretty much standing right in front of the receiver. So I was like, if he puts it in a normal place, it's going to be an easy interception. He threw it up high where Mullins wasn't able to jump up and catch it, but he was able to get a finger on it.
St. Joe will try and get 3 out of it. On to attempt the field goal is 34, Dumminger. High kick, it is up, and it is wide right. No good. So after the incredible kickoff return by Michael Jamison, the drive stalls. Buckeye Central defense with a nice defensive stand.
I'll tell you what, how big is that tackle by Sanderson on the kick return? And
No
what
doubt.
really was going to be a touchdown, but Sanderson, who, basically is the one sitting back there, and he's the last, chance, he angles Jamison down, does a very nice job right there of being able to catch him, get him before he goes gets into the end zone, and sure enough, after a 3-and-out right there, it ends up being a Buckeye Central keeping the lead. So it was a super impressive play by Sanderson that later on in this game, depending on how things go, could end up playing a big tail in the end of this ball game.
Ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. 3:04 to go here in the first half. Buckeye Central 8, St. Joe 7. Derek Steen in the offense back out there. Trips to the left on first down. Lone receiver wide right is Kurgis. He wants the ball. Hand off Mullins. Mullins gets by one. Ball loose. Still on the turf, but luckily Buckeye Central, I believe, able to get back on it. I don't know how that one came loose.
You know what? The ball, he just pulled his arm away from the body. And it wasn't, I don't even think it was really stripped away from him that much as his arm just kind of knocked into somebody. As we're going to look at the replay here, his body's away from the ball. And as he was trying to make a cut, the ball, his arm is away from his body. And he ran into the back of his lineman and just punched right out of his hands.
Back him up a little. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2:20 to go first half. It is Mullins hitting the backfield and stuffed. Nowhere to go for Manny Mullins. A little delayed trap play. And in the backfield in a hurry was 55, Norega.
Yep, missed block right there for Buckeye Central. Some miscommunication on the offensive line. And basically all it was is, like you said, Norega coming through on the blitz, and the tackle just didn't get over fast enough. He missed it altogether and missed the block. So Mullins gets the ball in his hand, and the defender's already in his hip.
Buckeye 8, St. Joe 7. Trips left side. Empty backfield now for Derek Steen. Mullins in motion. Mullins will take the handoff around the left side, looking for the edge. Mullins off a few defenders, still going. Mullins back to the original line of scrimmage before being pushed out of bounds over at the 23-yard line.
I think when Coach Jensen, had that play called, the idea behind it was, you know what, we're going to run the ball and we're going to take it around the edge, and if it works out, great. But if not, what we're going to do is we're going to just get tackled, and we're going to work this clock down. We'll punt it away. Him getting knocked out of bounds is exactly what they didn't want. It stops the clock, and they're going to have to punt it away, and St. Joe's is going to get an extra 30 seconds in their hip here to be able to return the drive. Or if they were going to call a timeout, that would have burned their last timeout. So, that going out of bounds is a big play right there.
Oh, catastrophe. Manny Mullins with a high snap, able to get on it. Still got the punt away. Nice job by Mullins. That's going to roll and take a Buckeye Central bounce, but a high snap over the head of Mullins. Luckily able to get on it and get the punt away.
I was going to say, you even do little things right there. It's kind of silly, but just stand around the ball, but don't pick it up. That'll just burn a couple more seconds off the clock. I mean, because by the time the officials will actually blow the whistle, you'll get 2-3 seconds. So it's something simple, but Mullins, luckily on that play, had some good protection up front, so it gave him time to not only get the ball, but turn around and get the punt. Either way, to get the punt off, but either way, St. Joe's starts in Buckeye Central territory.
In a minute 15 on the clock. Empty backfield, 3 to the right, 2 to the left for Anderson. Anderson at the 49. Has the snap. 3-man rush, has a pocket, lets it go over the middle, and it's going to be almost intercepted, incomplete. Knocked down by number 5, Dominic Dean.
Yep.
Nice read by the safety to drift over. Almost took it away.
He's trying to do the over-the-shoulder catch. I'm trying to reach out for it and bring that one down. Just couldn't quite corral it, but a good effort over the middle by Dean. Good opportunity.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion. St. Joe trying to take the lead into half.
Yep, they're taking a crack at it.
Might as well. Great field position.
Absolutely.
Empty backfield again for Anderson. He's going to throw it. Jailbreak screen, near side has Wright. Wright goes over the 40, still moving his feet over the 30, inside to the 28-yard line. Nice job by Jackson Wright. Just those long strides, able to get into the opening, and then breaking arm tackles will move the chains.
And I got to be honest with you, as long as Buckeye Central is going to continue to struggle tackling him, they're going to just keep going after him with even just those short passes like that, because once again, there's another example of couple of missed tackles and him dragging guys forward to pick up extra yards.
Clock moving, 45 seconds, first half. Anderson wants to throw again. Same play, back to Wright. This time they hit it. Did he make the catch? I think they're going to rule a fumble.
They're saying he did. They're saying a catch and a fumble.
Anderson pleading for an incomplete pass, and officials ruling it a fumble.
So ends up picking up like a 3-yard pickup, and we're going to see the replay on the OH report here. And there's the quick pass, and I don't know that he ever really had
Jackson
control.
Wright ever hauled that in. I don't know that he ever secured it and what they say made a football move.
Yes, exactly, but no replay in high school football. So as a result, Buckeye Central going to get the football back and
catching a break.
I don't know if Coach Jensen, with 38 seconds left in this deep in their own territory, wants to try to make anything happen here. He probably might just want to eat it, but still, either way, big play right there, and several big plays in the first half that have affected drives.
38 ticks on the clock. They go to Mullins. Mullins looking for a block. Come near side, gets to the 30 and goes down. Mullins with a 6-yard gain.
And again, that's sort of when I say you're not going for anything. What you do is you say, I'm going to just give a handoff to my running back, and if he can break something, great, and if he can't, that's okay. We lick our wounds and we go into halftime and think things over and figure out a way to break things open in the second half.
I don't think Coach Jensen will run another one.
Doesn't look like he's interested in doing it.
We go to the half here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont. Buckeye Central with a 1-point lead, 8-7 over St. Joe here in week 2. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We got the Ken Standings Team halftime show coming up in just a few minutes. You're listening to WQEL 92.7 FM and streaming live online and for free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
What's up, America? Brian Skoronski here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
WQEL.com and also streaming online live on the OH Report. I'm Josh Stallings alongside Jeff Roberts here in Fremont, and at the half it is Buckeye Central 8, St. Joe 7. And Jeff, that Buckeye Central offense still low scoring, but they actually showed a little bit more life, a little bit more gumption in that second quarter. Got that touchdown, got the defensive hold or the defensive stand after that long kickoff return, looking a little bit better as we got into the half.
I think there are some things that both coaches are going to be pretty happy about, especially Coach Jensen. But there's some things that are also they're going to look at and say, man, we had some missed opportunities here. And I think both teams are going to think that. But there's no question about it. Buckeye Central definitely did a nice bounce back there in the second quarter. Kind of sprung after Manny Mullins had his big run. When he got down the field, 47 yards, that seemed to kind of open some things up for them offensively. And then, you move down a little bit later. You end up with a couple of nice defensive stops. And ultimately, they're sitting here with a 1-point lead in a game that if one team was playing really clean, it might not necessarily be a competitive game because both of them have had chances and just missed opportunities.
You're listening to the Ken Standing Seam Halftime Show, courtesy of our friends Ken and Matt Studer at Ken Standing Seam. Phone Matt today, 419-544-6275. That's 419-544-6275. Get set up for the last roof you will ever need. Halftime score here at Don Paul Stadium, Buckeye 8, St. Joe 7, and it will be Buckeye Central to get the football to start the second half. Jeff, we'll see what Coach Jensen does to open up the playbook maybe. Looking in the first half, they spread it out a little bit more than we thought they would. At least I thought they would. Maybe Derek Steen getting a little bit more protection there in that second quarter. Maybe he's going to open up and let him throw it a little more.
Well, it's not as if the defensive line for the Crimson Streaks have done a ton of pressure on him. He's had a couple of plays, usually when they've brought a blitz. But ultimately, what really hurt Buckeye Central was the penalties. I mean, the penalties were it was a killer for them in the first half, and it really stymied so many of their drives. But, ultimately when they did things well, for lack of a better term for it, and they were clean. I think they did relatively well, and I think that's probably the real conversation that Coach Jensen's going to have with them. It's not going to be a real massive adjustment to the game plan. It's going to be a little bit more, let's stick to what we were doing, but let's do it a little bit cleaner and a little bit better than we did, especially during the drives that really kind of floundered for us.
They did a nice job establishing the running attack with Manny Mullins on the ground. Had that one big run, but other than that, he's been relatively efficient as well.
Yeah, in the end, 12 carries, 67 yards, not too bad. He's got the touchdown run in there as well. So, granted, when you crunch it down, it's like, 47 of those yards came on one play. But, if you're Coach Jensen, I think you're looking at it saying, I'm willing to kind of keep playing that game. We're not going to abandon our running game, even if we're not getting 5-10 yards a run. And we're just going to keep grinding away, pounding away at it, hoping that we're going to continue to break open a 47-yard run, something of that nature. And as we're sitting here at the OH report and we've got the numbers up, you can see they've got 98 yards rushing at halftime right now. Manny Mullins with 67 of them. Derek Steen with the other 31 on 6 carries. 18 carries, 98 yards for Buckeye Central. Throwing the football, Dean, he's 5 of 10 for 52 yards. Does have the interception in there, but he's got 3 completions to Tyler Sanderson, who's having a nice game. 43 yards for him. Manny Mullins, 9 yards on 2 catches. So 150 yards of offense for Buckeye. And then as we look at things for St. Joe's real quick, it is on the running attack, they're not getting much. Jamison has 1 carry for 4 yards. Mariscal's got 3 carries for 4 yards. Ben Yount's got 3 carries for 1 yard. So they've got 7 carries, just 9 yards. Throwing the football, Nick Anderson at this point in time, he's got 6 completions on 14 attempts, 71 yards passing. Does have a touchdown throw in there. Michael Jamison also threw a pass that fell incomplete, so they're 6 of 15 overall. Jamison catching the ball, 3 catches, 41 yards in the touchdown. Jackson Wright, 3 catches, 29 yards. And Thomas Obergan has got a catch for 4 yards, and that is 80 yards of offense for them. So ultimately, when you look at it and you see those numbers, Buckeye Central's got to be looking at it going, we pretty much almost doubled their offensive output in this game. But also, he's also got to look at it and say, but we also got lucky because they dropped a wide open, what would have been a touchdown pass for sure. So, it's like I said, I keep just talking about the mistakes that are happening, but there's a lot of them from both sides of the football.
Buckeye Central with a 1-point lead here at the half at Don Paul Stadium. It is Saturday night under the lights here on WQEL and the OH Report. Buckeye Central 8, St. Joe Central Catholic 7. We'll take another timeout. Halftime show will return when we come back.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
WQEL.com and streaming live online on the OH Report. Halftime score here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont. It's Buckeye Central 8, St. Joe Central Catholic 7. Bucks will have the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, a couple of other halftime scores going on around Ohio for our listening audience. Interest Ridgedale down right now to Van Loo, 22-14. That was a halftime score. And then Hillsdale and Lucas, good game there. They're in the third quarter, and that one also going on the OH Report. But it's 7-7 in the third quarter there, and that's a game that obviously Winford's got to keep a close eye on.
Yep.
As,
I know a few
Lucas
Royals over there.
Yep, got Lucas in 1 week from now. Watch out for that chair. Just fell down. Everything's fine.
Elevated press back to you. You got to watch the
Wow.
steps, Jeff.
All right. Luckily, I wasn't sitting in it, but still.
Good thing you're still young and spry.
Yeah,
You might have lost you.
Not so much anymore, but it's all good. But still, we're looking at these, future ahead. Remember, we're talking about all these teams who pretty much have one more game left in their a non-conference schedule to clean things up. So when we're just talking about Winford Lucas in a week from now, Winford off to an 0-2 start, had 2 tough games early in the year. they want to try to get things going, and if not a victory, but at least try to kind of clean things up before they get into N10 play. And that's still something that's happening with both of these here two teams tonight, with St. Joe's and Buckeye Central.
Defensive struggle. The Royal offense only scoring 12 points in the first 2 weeks. Looking around the league, Seneca East, they're off to a 2-0 start. Yep. Cary off to a 2-0 start. Yep. Mohawk struggling. They're 0-2. Buckeye Central with the win, or if they can hold on and get the win tonight, they'd be off to a 2-0 start. Yeah. 1-1 for Bucyrus. The N10, very good small school league. You look over on the other side, the SBC River, that's a great small school league as well. So, these two teams certainly want to get W's under their belt in the non-cons to roll into that league.
I'm telling you, I think that it's so interesting to see the way coaches are actually kind of looking at these out-of-conference games as well, because last night, Jared and I were, calling that Cary Galleon game, and there was a point in time in the game, for those who weren't listening in here on WQEL, Cary was up 28-0, had the ball with 3 minutes left in the first half. We're really dominating the game, and they were also going to get the kickoff, but at no point in time that they really pushed to try to get to the running clock. And they were just working on things. The second half, they brought in a backup quarterback, and they were doing all this stuff. And they almost were letting Galleon kind of hang around. And, you could tell, this is a team that, they beat up on Hopewell Loudon, who proved last night they're a pretty stinking good team, coming off a state
shutout Mohawk.
Yeah, state finalist from a year ago. I mean, but it's like, you can tell, here's Cary, and we were talking about it, and we're like, are they prepping for later in the season? Not just league play, but they're thinking long term.
Week 13.
Here. They really are, and you can see coaching staffs with that mentality. What are we doing to prepare ourselves not just for next week or the next 2 weeks, but also for week 7, 8, 13, whatever it might be, and everybody's kind of trying to find their way early on in the season, and we're just in week 2.
Yeah, and it's been fun already through 2 weeks. Game number 3 for us already in this young season, and we are set for the second half here from Don Paul. St. Joe going to kick it off. Manny Mullins back deep for the Bucks. Mariscal sends a deep one. Back to get it is going to be, I think Heath Jensen drops back to grab it. Jensen looking for the 20, knocked down at the 19-yard line. Ran a long way, but only the 19 for Jensen.
Yep.
Tough play for Jensen to kind of drop back and get that. Maybe should have let Mullins grab it, but Buckeye Central, 81 yards in front of them.
Did an outstanding job of making the catch, because it wasn't an easy one to do. But the one thing that I think you always got to tell guys in those scenarios, if you don't have the speed to kind of go east-west to get around the outside, just go straight ahead. Just literally go north, and hopefully that will get you some
many yards as you can.
Yep.
Trips to the right here on 1st and 10. Has it, fakes the handoff, comes near side, and completes it to Heath Jensen. 5-yard pickup on 1st and 10. Just good connection there between Derek Dean and Jensen.
Can't go wrong with a simple play like that. Opens things up, little 5 yards. Every coach would love to have 5 yards on first down. It's nice, easy play, and tough to defend against.
Trips near side, short side of the field this time. Kurgis, lone guy to the left. Dean has it. This time gives off to Mullins. Looking for the pulling guard to block in. Not a lot of space there.
Got some push.
Mullins, though, pushing the pile.
He got a first down.
He's going to get him 5 yards. Ball is out. St. Joe saying they have the football. Jumping up and down is number 4, Thomas Obregon.
Yeah, officials having a long conversation here, because they're like, did you see it? I don't think either one of them saw it.
Just a big pile.
Because they were in such a pile, and it's like, at what point in time did the ball come loose? And
White Hat going to wave it, and now they're coming together to talk this thing over.
Yeah. But like I said, Manny stopped literally right at the line of scrimmage, and he just kept kind of grinding his way, and then got some linemen behind him start pushing down the field. The good news is you pick up a lot of yardage. The bad news is it does give defenses an opportunity to start trying to rip away at the ball. They're actually going to say he's about a yard short, so not a turnover, but it ends up
still a good gain.
Good gain
3rd and
right
short.
There.
Clock winding again. 11 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 1 for the Bucks. Derek Dean alone in the backfield. Trips to his left side. Sanderson, the slot guy in tight. Mullins, slot on the right, inside of Kurgis. St. Joe showing blitz. Mullins in motion. They're going to give it to him. Mullins went right at that blitz, but he's able to get the first down.
Well, and that's what I kind of thought that they would just call anyways. I was like, you're not going to try to take Manny Mullins and take him around the outside. You know, like I said, he's not known for his speed. He just needs 1 yard. He's going to be very tough to stop. You just have him run right up the gut. Even if you can get some of those defensive linemen on his back, he'll fall forward and get the yard. There, he got a few for him.
Dean again with an empty backfield. Calls for it. Yount showing blitz.
They got him the jump.
And I think they did. Yep, encroachment against the defense. Oh, excuse me, that was Mariscal. Blitzing from his middle linebacker spot, jumped over the line. That'll give him a free 5. And 1st and 5. (8-7), Buckeye on top by 1. Dean awaits the snap at the 32. Has it, wants to throw, slings it quickly left side. He's got Jensen. Jensen trying to get off 1, got the line of scrimmage back, but a short gain, maybe 2, and some
see the block all the way
blocking over there into the Buckeye sideline.
Took out a coach or an equipment manager or somebody over there on this sideline.
J.R. Martin with a good block, took the DB over there.
For those watching, look at number 2 for Buckeye Central's block. Watch out over there. You got to pay attention. For those on the OH report, if you're watching there, you can see it perfectly.
Brandon Grawl got taken into the sideline there. Dominated on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, luckily if he got, a yard or so on the play.
Trips right. Kurgis, lone to the left. Again, quick pass, right side, miscommunication. It goes to Jensen. Sanderson, though, he stepped back to catch the ball as well. So a defender went unblocked, and it'll be a short pickup of a yard.
Yeah, Sanderson clearly thought that he was supposed to be coming underneath on the jailbreak.
Yep.
And Jensen was going to be blocking in front of him, but Jensen just stopped and turned to catch the ball. So you end up having 2 receivers looking to try to catch the ball and none of them blocking. And Jensen's brought down easily and quickly for no gain.
So after 1st and 5, it is 3rd and a short 5. Trips right, Kurgis to the left, Mullins in the backfield. Quick pass again, this time it's Sanderson, and a big play by the DB. Jamison got off the block and made the hit for a 2-yard loss.
Sadly, I think it was the play that they were trying to do a play ago, but because St. Joe saw it, basically, in essence, the defenders were kind of looking, oh, okay, you want to keep just trying to kind of throw these screen passes quickly to the outside, and Jamison broke on the play. He never even went and did any type of drop back defensively. He was expecting a short pass coming in his direction. He was right on top of it.
So a drive that looked like it had some promise will stall out at the 35 or 37-yard line. Mullins to punt. Late to drop back is Jackson Wright.
Good kick.
Great punt by Mullins. Will bounce at the 26. Roll inside the 20 down to the... It's still rolling, and we'll stop at the 15. Great punt by Mullins.
Yep, got that spiral on it. And, again, when you get an end-over-end punt, for those who don't know, if you get a good bounce on it, it works out great. But there's a chance that you get a bad bounce that goes the other direction. Spirals will almost always...
Cut through the air a lot better.
Yes, and when they land, they tend to kind of give you the type of roll that you're looking for. So while it wasn't super high, it was a very nice spiral, long kick, and he got the additional roll. And it's going to be a 15-yard line for a starting position for St. Joe's to start the second half, their first offensive possession.
7:55 in the 3rd. Buckeyes still with a 1-point lead, 8-7. Coach Nisley taking his time to send his offense out.
Yep.
Play clock already down to 20.
Yeah, they gave him a little time there at the beginning before they really started it, but
doubles formation. We have I don't think they have 11 guys out there. St. Joe's running the play with 10, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Count them up. Yeah,
you are correct.
There's only 10 guys on the field for St. Joe
Good
there.
Eye. You know,
no penalty flag.
And now I see a coach on the sideline kind of looking around going, hey,
I need a running back or a tight end or something.
Missing something here. You're absolutely right. 4 receivers, 5 linemen, 1 quarterback. That's it, you know. So
St. Joe still has not brought anyone in.
They have not brought anybody in. And I saw a coach turn around and ask, and now here he is. Okay, there we go. Yunt's coming out right now. He'll run out there, but
incomplete pass on first down will bring up 2nd and 10. St. Joe playing a man down. Why not?
Right? Like a hockey game.
Yeah.
Right.
Shift change.
Now, they're on this play, you can already see them on the setup. They've got Jackson Wright set up man-to-man on the outside going against Kurgis.
They're looking for him. They're going to run a quick slant. Incomplete. He was hit hard.
Yep.
Stuck by the middle linebacker, Landon Sherwood. Yep. And that was a one-man route to Jackson Wright, incomplete.
Yeah, Sherwood coming over in the help allows Kurgis to get aggressive over there. He goes after the ball because he knows Sherwood's coming over, and even if he doesn't get it and the ball slips through somehow, he's got faith that his linebacker is going to come over and make a big stick and make the tackle. So St. Joe's trying to isolate their big receiver from a week ago and just couldn't do it.
Now Jackson Wright will go to the sideline, maybe a little shaken up. Quick end-around play. Handoff goes to – no, that was right.
Yep.
Sorry, they put him in a slot on that play. The outside receiver was Zaquan Bradford. I apologize. So the handoff to Wright, short gain.
Yeah, got 5, but – that was a 3rd down, and that's going to put them in a situation. They're going to have to go ahead and punt it away, but unfortunately St. Joe's does have a player down right now holding his knee, so definitely worried about that one.
Down at the 13-yard line, St. Joe's streak. The medical staff is out there. 8-7 is your score here in the 3rd quarter. Clock stopped at 7:31. We'll take a quick timeout, injury timeout here on WQEL. You're listening to high school football. It's the Burkhardt Farm Center Game of the Week on WQEL and the OH Report.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Here at Don Paul Stadium, Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts with you tonight on WQEL.com and 92.7 FM, as well as streaming online on the OH Report.
Yeah, William Connell, the freshman offensive lineman, luckily walking off under his own power. So excited to see that he's going to be healthy. And St. Joe's now in a situation where they're going to have to punt things off as this drive, stalled pretty quickly. Good play defensively right there for Buckeye Central.
Norega will punt from his 7, low liner. Mullins will let it bounce and roll. And it takes a really good streak roll. Inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Nice punt by Norega, and the Buckeye Central Buck offense back out on the field, clinging to a 1-point advantage, 8-7, 7:18 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, neither team seems to be able to get a good return on a punt, and it's kind of just keeps flip-flopping field position. So the teams aren't really getting short fields outside of the great kick return that Buckeye Central was able to get a great defensive stop on. Basically, both teams are pretty much having to face the entire field in front of them on every offensive drive.
Defenses aren't making it easy either.
Yep.
1st and 10, pistol formation for Derek Dean. Has the snap, goes right to Mullins. Straight ahead on the ISO. Mullins for 3 yards this time. Tackle made on the inside. Big number 79. That is Jacob Wetzel for St. Joe. 2nd and 7 for the Bucks.
Interested to see if Coach Jensen kind of takes a different approach to this offensive drive after the last one. He tried to throw screen passes that didn't seem to work.
Keeper for Dean, looking to stretch it outside. Can he do it? He gets to the 40, able to get off one tackler, and he's got the first down at the 48-yard line. Nice job by Derek Dean. Just that extra step to get outside the defender and pick up the first.
Yeah, doing the stiff arm to get off a defender as well, and just kind of keeps pushing himself down. He's, what we're seeing is a lot of players out there that are not going to go down easy, and tacklers who aren't going through and really wrapping up terribly well. I don't even necessarily think that they're arm tackling. They're just literally bouncing off of runners. And right there, Dean's got 2 or 3 guys who got a shot at him. They just couldn't bring him down.
Trips right, Kurgis the lone guy to the left. And now we're going to get a timeout, St. Joe. Coach Nisley will take his first timeout of the second half, and we'll stop it at 6:38 to go, third quarter. 1st and 10 when we return for the Bucks.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Back on WQEL 92.7 FM and WQEL.com, as well as streaming online live on the OH Report. It's Saturday Night Football tonight from Don Paul Stadium. Buckeye Central 8 and St. Joe 7. Coach Nisley taking his first time out there of the half. And with Buckeye closing in on St. Joe territory, and we're getting later and later into the game, Jeff, these drives are getting more and more important. And Coach Nisley want to make sure he's got the right personnel, the right package out there.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think he's looking at it going, I'm already down 1 point, but I need to kind of keep this game in a scenario where I don't want Buckeye Central to score here where all of a sudden I have to score and also maybe need a conversion or something.
Here's another run by Dean. Dean cuts it upfield instead of going out and able to fall forward for 4 yards. A lot of open space on that outside, but the defensive end doing a nice job forcing him to cut it up. Keeps the gain minimal at 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
And Buckeye Central now into St. Joe's territory. And, again, they're effectively running the football with Derek Steen. That has turned into some of their best offensive plays. But, Coach Jensen continues to move it around so that way the defense can't just focus in on him.
Trips right, Dean in the gun. St. Joe showing blitz. They left the middle open, and Dean's going to take advantage. Another short game, but a very manageable 3rd and 2 now.
Yep, they took the blitz one way, but the play was designed to go the other direction. So as a result, ends up making it through. They end up bringing in, it was Connell coming in from the left side, but he couldn't get into the backfield fast enough. And sure enough, as Dean brings it through, it's like you said, very manageable 3rd down, and potentially a situation where, depending on how things go, Coach Jensen can even think about going for it on 4th.
Backs going 3-point stance. Here's Mullins, the ball carrier, driving for the sticks, and I think he's going to have enough.
Yep, think so.
Officials will wave him forward. Buckeye Central extends the drive. 5:15 and counting here in the 3rd. The big back getting just enough there, and Coach Jensen now a sigh of relief, can open up that playbook again.
Yep. And again, with the way he's running this drive, he's basically just kind of grinding it out instead of trying looking for that pass play where it's going to get him, maybe 10 yards or something like that. He's now playing this one with the running plays with Dean and with Mullins. If I just pick up 4 or 5 yards at a time and we don't do anything, shoot ourselves in the foot with a penalty, we'll be okay. Or that.
Send the snap well over the head of the quarterback. Dean, he's trying to cover
it.
It's scooped up by St. Joe. Running with it the other way, and picking it up was 17, Zaquan Bradford. A huge turnover for St. Joe.
Unbelievable. Terrible snap right there. And when Dean was trying to run back for it, he was so concerned about where the defense was, he just really lost any opportunity for him to get it. He's the only person for Buckeye Central who has any shot at the ball, but he keeps turning back, looking to see where they were at. And it was a very nice job right there by Obregon, who was kind of chasing him down. He pretty much took Dean out. Like when Dean went to go bend down to pick up the ball. Obregon just pushed him out of the way, and that left it wide open for St. Joe's to make the recovery.
Dean had no chance at fielding that snap well over his head, and the turnover will give it to St. Joe inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Yep, ends up being a huge turn of events right there, and a big opportunity here for St. Joe.
Streaks 1st and 10, 2 to the left, tight end and a wing to the right side. High snap, hauled in, back moving right side. It is number 30, that's Mariscal. Mariscal with a short gain, got to the 15-yard line, gain of 3.
I give Buckeye Central credit. They've done a very nice job in the run defense. There you can see St. Joe's looking at it going, we're not having any luck moving these big bodies inside, so let's try to swing it to the outside and see if we can get Mariscal going in the open field.
Mariscal again in the backfield. 2nd and 7. Behind him in the pistol, dropping back to throw now is Anderson. Has a good pocket across the middle. It is caught.
Great grab.
Jackson Wright jumps in front of the defender, snags it, and into the end zone for the touchdown.
And you can see right there, 5th touchdown of the year, and you can see why. Just gets right into the middle, and you know, the quarterback Anderson throws it up for him nice and high, but you know, the receiver Jackson Wright at 6'4", able to just jump up and snag that one down.
Dumminger on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Extra point brought to you by FC Bank, your friendly community bank. So the turnover proves big time for the St. Joe's Streaks. They capitalize and score the touchdown to make it 14-8. 4:05 to go, third quarter. Bucks with the football when we come back.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Manny Mullins on the kick return, and a big one up over the 40. Mullins goes down at the 43-yard line, tackled from behind. We do have a flag on the play, and it's coming back. A hold against Buckeye Central. A big return for Mullins, but it's a race.
Yeah, it was a deep kick, but actually, kicked it all the way down to the 5-yard line, but out-kicked the coverage there, and sure enough, it ends up coming back as a result of what they're going to say is a hold.
Didn't get a number on that, but 6-point game here, inside 4 to go in the third. Buckeye Central is going to be backed all the way up inside their 20. They'll spot it at the 10-yard line, so 90 yards in front of the Bucks.
Yeah, and again, the mistakes just continue are just killing Coach Jensen and the Bucks here tonight. I mean, again, there's another one. You get a big play, you have to bring it back. Instead of starting, 45-yard line, you're starting at the 10-yard line. You had the snap over the head moments ago. The Bucks have got their chances. They just can't seem to make it happen.
Go to the up back. It is Mullins out of a 3-point, maybe a gain of a yard on first down. Just trying to get some space back there.
Yeah, and again, when you're a team that has a lot of speed, you can sometimes overcome mistakes because you can get big plays to kind of bounce back. I mean, it's still hard, but it can happen. But when you don't have that, it's really challenging to overcome it.
Dean alone in the backfield this time. Derricks calls for it, has it. And wants to throw. Now stepping up. Derek Steen looking downfield. Man
guy.
wide open. At the 33. Man wide open. At the 33. He has got Jensen. Jensen goes down at the 46-yard line. St. Joe forgot all about him.
Yep, I was sitting there looking at him going, he's wide open. Will Derek's have enough space to be able to find him as he's, scanning the field? And as he starts rolling out to the right, there he is, standing at the 32-yard line all by himself. And a big pitch and catch for Buckeye Central opens some things up.
Offsetting penalties on the play. The play will stand. So it is now 1st and 10, Buckeye ball at the 47. Wait on the chain gang.
Great job by Dean, keeping his eyes down the field despite having a little bit of pressure. Yep.
Game clock is at 3 minutes. 14-8, St. Joe over Buckeye. 1st and 10, Dean with Mullins in the backfield, trips to the right, play clock at 5. Play clock at 2, he's got to take a timeout.
Yep. And Dean's upset with himself there.
Not happy, and neither is Dean. So the game clock stopped with 2:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's St. Joe 14, Buckeye 8. We'll be right back on WQEL and the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts with you tonight on WQEL and the OH Report. 14-8 is your score here from Don Paul. St. Joe capitalizing on the turnover, getting the touchdown in a little earlier on in the 3rd quarter, make it 14-8, take their first lead of the ball game. Now Buckeye looking at 1st and 10. It is Derek Steen on the keeper. Dean looking for the right side. Flag comes in. Yep. Dean got 3 yards before he's slung down. We'll see what the marker is.
Yep, and they're pointing at the middle, and I think they're saying a chop block on. It was Mullins who was lead blocking through the hole, and I saw him go low. We'll just see it on the replay for the OH report. Okay, he was on the defense, is what they're saying.
Yep, came flying in. That was called on 55.
Yep.
Joel Norega can't do that anymore.
So he's going to go over and talk to the coaching staff for St. Joe's, let them know exactly what happened. Buckeye Central going to pick up some yards here as a result.
Replay shows Norega just flying in on that lead blocker and going right at the knees.
Yep. And that's going to be a 15-yarder. So, and again, from the spot of the foul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me, they're doing 10. My apologies, but yep, 10 yards.
Still big time, gets them into St. Joe territory. Ball now at the 41 of the Streaks.
Yep.
Kurgis will split out below us to the right, trips to the left side of Derek Steen. Mullins accompanies him in the backfield. Snap is back. Dean wants to throw. Rolling left, looking into the flats. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Tyler Sanderson.
Yep. That was his intended target the whole time. He was just looking for a little bit of space. He wanted Sanderson to get a little bit more separation and also get himself in a position to be able to throw the ball because he's, turn his body upfield. The moment he felt like it, he was going to put it right on the spot, and Sanderson just couldn't bring it in, hit him right in the hands.
Incompletion will stop the clock. 2:24 to go, 3rd quarter here from Don Paul. 2nd and 10 for the Bucks. Dean at the 45. He's going to keep it himself. Mullins lead blocking. Dean got the outside corner. Dean at the pylon, or excuse me, at the first down marker. I think he's going to go out just short.
I got to be honest with you. J.R. Martin.
Great block on the outside.
He's 135 pounds, but he's not blocking like it.
No.
I mean, he sealed off that end, threw that defender right. Actually, threw him into Manny Mullins. The lead blocker for Buckeye Central coming around the edge.
Good play there on 2nd. Makes it 3rd and 1. We'll say Dean did go out of bounds. Stops it at 2:18. Again, Kurgis wide to the right, trips to the left. Maybe they go up top here. Dean instead, hands off.
Yep.
Mullins going to run it straight forward. Another flag on the play.
Yep, going to get him for the hold in the middle, I think. So Buckeye Central bringing
How do
it
you
back.
even? Play's not even long enough to hold.
No, that's I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I need to watch this
You're
replay.
run blocking an ISO.
And we're doing looking at an OH report, kind of try to see what they're seeing. And I got to be honest with you, I don't know what they're seeing.
I don't know.
You know, I'm looking at it here on the replay, getting a very good close look at it, and I don't know. The officials apparently have but they've called it a lot, so they're calling something, and at some point in time, probably as a coaching staff or maybe some of the players have to go up and say, I need to know what you're calling here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what am I doing that is a hold? Because it is happening over and over again.
10 yards from the spot of the foul brings up 3rd and 11 now. Streak showing blitz again. Empty backfield. Dean's going to step up and run. Pocket underneath. Flip play to Sanderson. Wide open. Sanderson's got the first. Goes down at the 25-yard line. What a play by Coach Jensen. I think it's going to say illegal forward pass.
He was over the line of scrimmage.
I thought he was stayed behind it.
I thought he was close
to the replay here on the OH report.
I thought he was there, but I thought he was right at that line of scrimmage. We're going to see right here.
Line of scrimmage is the 42.
And here he comes.
Here he comes. Oh, it was clean.
Yep. I don't know. I think they missed that one.
Officials missed it for sure, according to the replay.
Man, and Coach Jensen is furious on the sideline right now.
He's easily going to see that one on film tomorrow and not be a happy
camper.
Well,
and rightfully so. I mean, look, that was an outstanding play call. Picks up a first down on a tough 3rd and 11. I mean, and obviously he's probably looking at it going, look, they've got guys on the sideline over there who are looking at the interior too. So he's looking at the previous play, seeing a 5-yard penalty on a hold, or a 10-yard penalty on a hold that I wasn't sure if I saw either. So this 2 plays in a row, you got to be losing your mind if you're a Buckeye Central fan right now.
So loss of down and the 5 yards will bring out 4th and 16, and Coach Jensen will be forced to punt.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a choice. It's 4th down. Even though you're in St. Joe's territory, it's just a little too far, and you're just going to have to ask Manny Mullins to drop one back there, and hopefully St. Joe's going to have to look at a whole bunch of field here.
Mullins will punt from his 40, now steps up, lets it go from the 45. High punt, and it's fumbled. It's on the turf. I don't know if St. Joe was able to get back on it or not. The official says they do.
Right back there. Dropped the ball, but he was able to pull it back down. He luckily got a favorable bounce and bounced right into his hands from where it fell. But that's a scenario where you call fair catch.
Yeah, he had Kurgis right beside him waiting for him to catch that football. And then he was going to grab it and take off, but couldn't secure it. Luckily, able to jump back on the football. Minute 12 to go in the 3rd. St. Joe back with the ball. Yep,
and play clock is going right now, and they're still just breaking a huddle on the sideline, so they'll have to run out there. They'll have 15 seconds here to get out there and get a play off. Down to 10, so.
2 guys come wide to the left, play clock at 4. Anderson has it, snapped well over his head. He's got to run it down back at the 5, and he's able to cover it up. He needed a step ladder to haul that one in, and Nick Anderson, heads-up play, just fell on it back on the 5-yard line.
Josh.
Sloppy play here through the first 3 quarters.
I was about to say, if we're trying to explain the game of football to somebody who's never seen it before, this would not be the game to show them.
Not at all.
It is
not a good reference point.
A lot of mistakes out there.
Play clock at 14, game clock at 40 here in the 3rd. Another high snap, and Anderson hauls it in. Pass almost intercepted.
Yep.
He wanted Jackson right again, but threw it at the shoe tops, and the defender had a chance.
Yeah.
But
he just missed the throw, and the person, Jensen was the one who had a shot at it for Buckeye Central here. He was trying to get it out there on that slant to Jackson Wright, and he kind of threw it right between
Anderson
Wright.
Ever saw Jensen?
Yeah, Jensen and Wright. He threw it. He let him too much, and if Jensen was kind of looking at Wright, and I think if he was looking in the backfield, he might have had a shot at the ball.
2 left of Anderson. High snap again. able to haul it in, across the middle. It's picked off. Manny Mullins playing back there. The safety intercepts it at the 25-yard line. Looking for the skinny post, and Mullins just steps in front to take it away.
Again, it's only a matter of time before when you start overthrowing passes the way Anderson has. Oftentimes, it comes back to get you, especially when you throw in the middle of the field. That's the one place you can't overthrow because there's safeties back there who are just sitting back ready to make a grab. And Manny Mullins right there with a huge interception and a big opportunity for Buckeye Central to turn things around here.
St. Joe 14, Buckeye 8. With 30 on the clock here in the third. Streak showing blitz up the middle. They hand off. Mullins into the second level. Mullins with a big gain of 8 on first down. Gets it to the 17-yard line. Big hole for Manny Mullins there on first down.
Yep. Get big 8-yard play. And what I really like about it is that if you're Buckeye Central and you're Coach Jensen, I think he's going to let this eat this one out, and he's going to go to the fourth quarter. But this opens up their playbook.
Absolutely.
When he pulls them to the side now, he just has to say, you know what, we're going to take a shot at this on second down. Let's go for something big, but don't do something stupid like getting a penalty that's going to make us, back up.
Or a bad snap.
Or a bad snap. Thank you.
End of the third quarter here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont. It's St. Joe 14, Buckeye 8. We'll be right back on WQEL and the OH Report.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Back here to start the fourth quarter. Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts with you tonight on WQEL 92.7 FM and WQEL.com. And streaming tonight on the OH Report, live and free online at the OH Report. First play of the fourth quarter, Derek Dean going to keep it himself. Dean with a hole up the gut. Gets down to the 10-yard line. Has another first down.
I like what Coach Jensen does there is he did the same thing he did on his two-point conversion. He brought in the big body, and Dominic Dean brought him in the backfield with Mullins. Dominic Dean is the lead blocker for Derek's to come behind. Here he goes
Bucks
again.
To the line in a hurry. They're going to lead block for Dean. Looking outside this time. He's inside the 5, still fighting, and he's driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And those split backs just lead blocking for Derek Dean. Patient running by the quarterback, able to find the hole. And we got another injured player down. No, he's going to jump up. I think he's going to be all right.
Yep, going to try to pop over here. I got to be honest with you. I don't think I would do anything else more than what he's doing right now. Just power, grind this thing out. Use your big bodies. Have the two guys in the backfield and just push your way because those lead blockers are opening up some holes right now for Dean to get through.
Second and goal from the 4. 3-point stance by the running back. Mullins this time off the right tackle. Still driving, and he's going to go down at the half-yard line.
Right there.
Buckeye Central knocking on the door.
And again, this is the spot where if you got the goose where you can just get right up under that center.
Last time they tried that,
but he snapped it to like it was a shotgun formation. That's right.
Tight backs again. It's Mullins, the ball carrier, into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye. Manny Mullins with his second touchdown run tonight. He gets the interception and then caps the drive with 6.
Very nice drive right there for Buckeye Central. Did everything well. They finally kind of played it clean. It made some things happen, and sure enough, they're in the end zone, and they've got the opportunity to get the lead back here.
I think they're going to keep the offense on the field, and they will. Coach Jensen and the Bucks going to go for a 2-point conversion. Split backs on either side of Dean. Has the snap. Lead blockers in front. Dean looking for the end zone. Big hole. Dean's got the 2. Buckeye Central back on top, 16-14. Great job by those lead blockers. That is Dean, or excuse me, Manny Mullins back there, as well as Dominic Dean, and they just paved the road, and it's now Buckeye Central with a 2-point lead.
Great run right there, and I'll tell you what, I was thoroughly impressed.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris
Ended
Ebert.
up
This is my son.
getting it right in there. I mean, and I think that as long as Buckeye Central kind of, maybe they were looking at things, and Coach Jensen can look at it and say, we found some things that are working for us here, and you know, they can kind of continue to go back to it. That might be able to kind of put them in a position to take this fourth quarter.
Establishing it on the ground, but biggest play so far the second half, Manny Mullins intercepting the pass of Nick Anderson and then caps the drive with a touchdown run.
Yep.
10:39 to go in the ball game. It'll be Streaks ball. Officials down there having a little powwow. I'm not sure what they're still talking about. It's a long run. All right, now we got it figured out. 10:39 to go here tonight. Saturday night under the lights, a 2 for this weekend on WQEL.
Yeah, it's been a fun weekend. Again, week 2.
Low squibber. It hit the up man, and St. Joe's just going to have to jump on it. Covered nicely at the 37-yard line. Getting on it over there is...
This is right.
Yeah, that's a small Jackson Wright. Oh, was it him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Number 14.
Yep, number 14. Didn't look 6'5" from up here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is
The
my
ball
son,
at
Dr.
the
Cam.
37-yard line. Streaks break the huddle. We'll see if they continue to spread it out. It's been their offensive game plan for as long as I can remember. They've always wanted to go 5 wide. Aerial attack. Quads to the right this time on 1st and 10. Anderson, quick pass, and it's incomplete. Looking for Bradford. Pass a little bit low, couldn't haul it in. 2nd and 10.
That was one of those passes that it almost feels like, you know, when Anderson turned, he was trying to do it so fast that, you know, I don't even know if he got a hold of the laces. You know, he just kind of took it through the ball, you know, trying to get it out of his hand as quickly as possible. But a low throw, and like you said, Bradford not able to grab it.
Little update from around the area. Ridgedale playing Van Loo tonight. That game just at the half, 22-14 Van Loo over Ridgedale. Also, Lucas is playing Hillsdale tonight, but I can't find that score. Hopefully, Jeff, you can update us.
Lucas had the lead last check we got. So
2nd and 10. Quads again to the right side for Anderson. Looking back to the left and incomplete. Threw it way low of the intended receiver, Jackson Wright.
Yeah, Anderson went from overthrowing his receivers. Now he's going the other way, and he's underthrowing them.
I did get an update. 14-7 with 1 minute to go in the 4th. Hillsdale ball. They are marching down the field. 3rd and 10. Buckeye 16. St. Joe 14. Streaks with the ball. Anderson wants to throw on 3rd and long. Over the middle. Deep ball. Too far.
Yep.
Intended for Jackson Wright out there. One-on-one coverage with Kurgis. Kurgis all over him.
And I think, you know, it's unfortunately for St. Joe's, they're not disguising it terribly well. They, you know, they're whenever they put him in isolation over there, they almost always go straight to him. But Kurgis knew they were going with him, and he was with him stride for stride. And he's one of the few players out there who's actually a little taller than Jackson Wright. So not a great throw, but even if he put it on the mark, I don't know if he was going to be able to get it to him anyway.
Mullins, Sanderson back deep. It will be no return.
Yep.
Thought Mullins was going to maybe come up and grab that, but it rolls out of bounds. It will be spotted at the 33-yard line by the official. 1st and 10 Buckeye ball with 10-12 left.
I want to remind everybody that after the game we will choose our McDonald's player of the game for Buckeye Central. The player of the game gets themselves a gift certificate from the Lewis family McDonald's. Those are located throughout Ohio, so especially basically from Bucyrus going west, you hit a McDonald's, it'll be a Lewis family McDonald's, and we do thank them for their sponsorship of our player of the game tonight.
1st and 10 for the Buckeye offense and quarterback Derek's Dean. Derek's having a nice second half. And the quarterback will take the field with a 2-point lead. Doubles formation. Manny Mullins now will shift to the right side. But a flag and the illegal shift.
There it is.
I think 2 guys moving, actually. A wide receiver was moving around and Mullins.
Yep, and as we're kind of looking at the replay, we can't quite see the
oh, no, I think they're going to get that guard
moving
his hand. He was moving at the same time Mullins was moving.
Exactly. So I was going to say I couldn't quite see the receiver, but I could see on the offensive line a little bit of movement. I'm a little surprised that Coach Jensen is coming out full spread after having such success, kind of just pushing St. Joe's around.
Quick pass over to Sanderson. Breaks a tackle, looking for the outside. But Sanderson, not a lot of running room out there. It's going to be a short 2-yard pickup for the receiver.
Yep.
Good job by the DBs to get off their blocks. And Sanderson made the initial guy miss, but safety closed in a hurry and slowed him up just enough for some help. 2nd and 13.
Yeah, Sanderson had a first catch of this game was a 27-yarder, but since then he's got 5 catches, but just 44 yards. So they're trying to throw him those screen passes, and St. Joe's have been all over it here.
Kurgis below us, lone guy to the left, bunch trips to the right side. Dean drops back again. No high safety for St. Joe. We'll see if they take advantage here. 2nd and long. Instead, they go to Mullins on the ground. A lot of space for Mullins. Mullins with the first down. Lowers the boom over there. He's got the first down and a few more close to the 50. What a run by Manny Mullins. Lead blockers cleared the road, and excellent blocking by the receivers on the outside. And Manny Mullins gets him a fresh set of downs.
Tell you what, Manny Mullins is wearing down St. Joe's at this point in time with just some good power running, and that's part of the reason why if I'm Coach Jensen, I really consider just bringing Dominic Dean back in and put him in the backfield with Mullins, and just become a power. Let's just go power run and
burn the rest of this clock.
Run this clock down is just push this team around.
1st and 10. Quick pass. Here's to Sanderson. Has it in the flats. Sanderson's got the 50. Foot race at the 35. 30. Sanderson's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Yeah, forget what I said. That's a much better plan. Great blocking right there. As they sprung Sanderson. He caught that pass, and he was actually kind of even had to back up a little bit to go grab it, jump up. But the blocking on the edge, and we're going to see it on the replay on the OH report, is so good. Look at all the space he's got right there. And Jensen basically kind of blocked off 2 guys from being able to get it. They didn't respond very well. They were all the interior guys, linebackers, everybody else was staring in the backfield at Mullins, and that just left Sanderson a whole bunch of space, and he becomes 47 yards down the field into the end zone.
J.R. Martin at 5'9", 135. Heath Jensen, 5'10", 152. Excellent blocking on the outside to spring Sanderson for the touchdown, and it's now 22-14 Buckeye. 2-point conversion attempt. Here goes Dean, and gets into the end zone again. Derek's Dean for the 2. 2-point conversion attempt makes it 24-14. Buckeye extends their lead with 9:06 to go in the ballgame. Big play, excellent drive. It'll be the Streaks with the football when we come back on WQEL.
Build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
7FM and WQEL.com. Also streaming tonight online, live on the OH Report. Josh Stillings, Jeff Roberts with you here from Don Paul in Fremont. And luckily, Jeff, Tyler Sanderson down after that 2-point conversion, but it looks like he is up and off the field under his own power.
Yep, and obviously a great play by him to get the touchdown. Buckeye Central starting to pull away the 10-point lead here. Just got to make a stop at this point in time. And, obviously not completely out of the woods right now. St. Joe's still got an opportunity with getting the ball. But I think Coach Jensen's got to feel really good about the way things have been going here in this fourth quarter.
9:06 to play, and the Bucks with a 24-14 lead. And if Buckeye can leave here with the win, move to 2-0 on the season, that definitely takes the sting out of that hour drive home.
Oh, it makes it a lot easier to be on a bus after a big victory. But, if and I'll tell you right now, if somehow things don't work out, when you look at a clock and say with 9:06 left, we had a 10-point lead and it doesn't work out, that'll be the longest drive back to Buckeye Central
exactly.
in history.
Be sure and stay tuned after the game tonight. We'll have immediately following our Ken Standing Scene post-game show, we'll have the Cleveland Guardians game. They're out west playing the Seattle Mariners, so stay tuned for that.
Quick kick right there.
First place Tribe, or first place Guardians.
Yeah, it is. We all are doing it. Look at that. I mean, that just goes right off the hands of the up back right there. They had to run back and grab it. So
Buckeye almost able to cover and really put this thing away. But it will be the Streaks and quarterback Nick Anderson back onto the field, try and dig themselves out of this little hole. 2-score game, 10 points, 24-14 with 9:03.
And, if you're St. Joe's or a fan of St. Joe's, just got to get Nick Anderson kind of under control. He's lost his accuracy somehow point in this game. It's been really hurting him.
Almost
there it is.
Oh, Kurgis able to haul it in, jumps the route. Kurgis almost took it for 6, but hauls in the interception, and it's Buckeye Central ball. What a play by Kurgis.
He is, every time they're out there and they try to isolate right, they kind of know what's going in that direction, and Kurgis on top of it immediately does an amazing job, like you said, jumping the route. As it was right just kind of standing there, so we knew, all right, well, I'm going to make a move on him one way or the other. Even if he catches the ball, fine, I'll just tackle him right away. But he's able to step right in front of it, and a big interception. Buckeye Central now with the 10-point lead, ball in their hands, and an opportunity to seal this game potentially.
Derek Steen and the offense back out on the field. 1st and 10 from the 30. Here he goes. It's Mullins moving right side. Manny gets to the 25. Manny Mullins still going at the 20. 15 Mullins inside the 15, goes out at the 11-yard line. Manny Mullins.
You cannot stop this man at this point in time. 130 yards rushing at this point for Manny Mullins, 2 touchdowns. And again, he's got the one big run, but now it's just turned into him just kind of grinding it away. I mean, every run he's had recently is getting them yardage. As you can just kind of tell, St. Joe's is wearing down, and Buckeye Central, big offensive line and big Manny Mullins just bearing down on him is becoming too much.
More great blocking on the outside, too, by the receivers. Mullins again in the backfield at the 15. It'll be lead blocking for Dean this time. Not a lot of space for Derricks, as he will go down. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Probably would, like I said, go right back and just keep on the power running game, though, if I'm Buckeye Central. Again, because as you get closer to the end zone, it always is a little bit tougher to throw the ball. You don't have as much space to maneuver things around. So your really only chance, unless you want to try to run a slant, try to run a little drag slant underneath a couple of receivers or something like that. You're not going to probably get something over the top, for lack of a better term for it, because you don't have enough space for it. See if Coach Jensen agrees.
Nobody out here on Kurgis yet. Blitz showing up the middle. Dean has it. Hands off. It's Mullins again. No gain.
Now, I will say,
clogged up the center that time well.
Yeah, you can tell after the couple of good runs by Mullins, and Dean, the linebackers and everybody is inside really staring into the backfield at this point in time. I mean, they know. They're like, all right, we've got to commit ourselves to stopping these guys. Otherwise, they're going to score on us quickly. But now at a third down, it's going to be a little bit more of a tricky play call because, what do you do here on a third down? They can get a first down, but, barely.
1 yard.
Yep, 1 yard.
Motion man is Sanderson. Here's Derek Steen looking backside over the middle. Oh, incomplete in the end zone. He had two guys right there. Yep. Not sure if the defender got a fingertip on it.
I will say this: that's two receivers in the same spot, and I think the defender did tip it. But the receivers, I think if they, the one who tips it, and I didn't get a number on. Let me see. Was it?
I don't know that he did.
Jensen. I think if Jensen lets that go through, Martin catches a touchdown. Yep. But
both open in there.
Yep. Sure was. And initially, I'll be honest with you, they were open even faster, but Dean had to turn his body on the rollout to the opposite side of his body.
We'll go for it on 4th and 10.
The screen.
Screen pass. Mullins in the middle. He is hit initially. Nowhere to go. Manny Mullins in the screen pass. Stopped back. No gain on the play.
How big of a defensive stop was that? And that keeps St. Joe's in this game.
So the interception by Kurgis proves obsolete. St. Joe holds strong. No points for the Bucks. It stays 24-14.
The only perk for it for Buckeye Central is they were able to, you move them back a little bit in yardage and you burn 2 more minutes off the clock. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, they didn't get points, but at least they ate some more clock, a couple more minutes, and took away some field position.
7:09 to go in the ball game. 10-point lead for Buckeye. 24-14. Of course, if you miss a game, coach's show, or phone board, be sure and check out the podcast page, WQEL.com. Check out the menu bar. Scroll down to the podcast page. Everything right there. 1st and 10 for the Streaks. Anderson, high snap, has it. He's going to tuck and run straight up the middle. Anderson had to jump over one defender, and he's able to get 4 out of it. Little scamper. That was a quarterback keeper all the way.
Yep. Anderson, a player that we came into the game thinking he would potentially have not only the holes to be able to run, but enough athleticism to be able to pick up some yards in the running attack. But that's just the second time he's done any type of running, and really the first time was because of a sack or bad snap.
Buckeye only bringing 3. Anderson over the miscomplete. Incomplete. Buckeye really dropping back in coverage, intended there for Ben Yount.
Just misfiring out there for Anderson. He's thrown 24 passes and has only completed 7 of them. So, just can't seem to hit the mark tonight.
Big 3rd and a long 5 coming for the Streaks. 6:30 to go in the ball game. Final from Clear Fork. Lucas holding on to get the win, 14-13 over Hillsdale.
What a game that was. And again, expected it, 2 power teams, teams that kind of like to assert their will on the other one.
5 wide for Anderson. Anderson wants to throw, goes left side, got right. Jackson Wright gets off one defender, looking outside, and he's able to get the first down.
Yep.
St. Joe keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, good play right there. And Wright always, like I said, consistently tough to bring down. He breaks at least one tackle, it seems like, every time he's got the ball. And that's the reason they try to get him the ball so often. But Buckeye Central has done a pretty good job of guarding him in this game.
Empty backfield again. Swinging out left side. This time it's Bradford. He is hit and stuck on the play. No gain.
Yep, drug him right out of bounds. Very nice job right there. Bradford's first catch. And when he turned around, the linebacker was right on top of him.
Officials do blow it dead. Stopped at 6:09.
And again, good coverage right there. Sherwood, linebackers a lot of time when they kind of get sign up for the position, they think of themselves as a running. They're looking at the running game and they're gonna stack things inside. He's out there having to do some things in coverage, and he's done a really nice job.
Quads right. Anderson again, throwing. He's got Jackson Wright. Breaks 2 tackles. Right up the sideline. Cuts back to the center of the field. And Jackson Wright, he's going to try and go. Maybe. Being chased down. And it's going to be
they got him.
Making the play is J.R. Martin.
Horse collar.
He commits
attacker.
the horse collar,
yep.
But he saves the touchdown. Jackson Wright couldn't quite outrun J.R. Martin, but a huge play for the Streaks.
But you could tell Martin made that tackle knowing he's been watching Wright going, I don't know that I think if I try to just tackle him regular, he's going to just drag me into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, I'm illegally going to bring him down to keep him out of the end zone.
Whatever works.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not a coachable situation, but you do what you got to do sometimes, and that will end up being the penalty. It'll go half the distance to the end zone.
1st and 10 now for the Streaks. Ball at the 4. See if they go back to right. One-on-one coverage with Kurgis. Anderson fakes. Now he's going to tuck. Straight up the middle. Short gain of 2. Buckeye doing a nice job of closing down in a hurry.
Yep.
Clock moving. 5:40 to play in the ball game. St. Joe not done yet, though. In the red zone, trailing by 10.
Yep. They got to probably kind of start thinking about hustling it up here. But it's hard because they haven't run the ball well, and this is really
Not
running
at all.
area.
4 wide.
Look to throw. Looking at
And he's
right,
gonna
but
fake,
nope.
running again, and he is drilled at the 1.
These big linemen are just like every time if they can't get pressure, they'll just slide over and they'll just find wherever he tries to run, and they're coming over, and I mean they're not having any problems getting people down to the ground.
Straight quarterback keeper for Anderson, and he tried to go to the left side, and it was clogged.
Stander comes over and makes that big hit on him. Stander at 318 pounds.
Clock at 4:45. Now St. Joe's going to bring a 2 tight ends and a wing to the right. Back behind him in a pistol. They go to the deep back. Yount straight forward. No, that's Mariscal, and I don't think he got it.
Nope, I don't think so either. They're not signaling like he did.
Neither official coming in to signal, so they're going to mark him at the 1-foot line. Mariscal had a full head of steam, but Buckeye holds strong.
And somehow, some way, Buckeye Central keeping them out of the end zone.
St. Joe with 2 timeouts left. Buckeye with 2 of their own. But we're closing in on the 4-minute mark here, Jeff.
Yep.
St. Joe running out of time. Double tights again. Pistol formation. They go to Mariscal.
Oh!
He is stuffed at the 1-yard line.
He got it.
Oh, second effort. He got into the end zone.
Oh, big hit right there. Kenny Utz got him. He hit him at about the 1-yard line, but he just slid off him. He didn't get him square enough, and he was able to just slide off of him and get into that end zone.
Mariscal lined up 7 yards deep, took the handoff in the pistol. Utz came flying through, but Mariscal able to just shuffle his feet enough and get outside.
Big touchdown
6
right there.
for St. Joe.
Yep. Extra point's going to matter here.
Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. Extra point attempt brought to you by FC Bank, your friendly community bank. Dumminger punches it through, and it is 24-21 Buckeye. Bucks will have the ball when we come back. You're listening to WQEL and the OH Report.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Game here at Don Paul Stadium in Fremont. It is Buckeye 24, St. Joe 21. They get the turnover, or the big play, excuse me.
Yeah.
Jackson Wright breaking free, getting it all the way down inside the 5, and the Streaks able to punch it in, and that 10-point lead went away in a hurry.
I think we're certainly looking at this thing, and on the OH report, we're looking at the replay, and we're seeing that touchdown run. And Buckeye Central, once again, some opportunities right there. They almost got the stop, but they couldn't do it. But St. Joe's climbing their way in this thing. They got the defensive stop, the big play offensively, and the touchdown.
Streaks send it deep On the return, number 11, that's Cade Daniel. Daniel dancing, or excuse me, number 4, Jack Phillips. Jersey bunched up a little bit there. I was thinking 11. Dancing around, got it up to the 27. They will start 1st and 10.
Buckeye Central player down after that play. But nope, they'll lift him right back up. He's going to be all right, I think.
Not hurt.
Hop it off. But that, it looks like, is Kurgis.
That is Kurgis.
And he is a big part of this team, so.
3:54 to go in the ball game. Buckeye with a 3-point advantage, 24-21.
Bucks with so much opportunity here. Again, we were just talking about 4 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago, they, in game clock wise, they had the chance to put this game away, and now they're kind of holding on with a 3-point lead.
Mm-hmm. Coach Jensen needs one solid drive. 2 timeouts for both teams remaining.
Yep. And they're going in that full house.
Jensen is not happy. Comes storming off the sideline, takes his first of 2. And he's giving him a whoop-fer. 3:54 to go in the ball game. You're listening to WQEL 92.7 FM and streaming online on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentrals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts back with you tonight on WQEL and the OH Report. Be sure and stay tuned after the game. We'll kick it over to Cleveland Guardians baseball, Guards out west, taking on the Seattle Mariners. Those late-night West Coast games. Split backs with Dean this time. He's going to keep himself a lane up the middle. Dean brought down from behind. Could have been a horse collar, no call. But Dean picks up 10 yards on second down. That'll move him.
Yeah, this is what I was a little surprised they didn't do on their last drive. Was just
maybe it's just short. I
kind of go big backs right there, and I think that St. Joe's has really struggled. Every time they do a 2-point conversion, they get it. They've gotten it every single time in this game. So to me, I would just stay in this zone of bring in Dominic Dean in the backfield with Manny Mullins. Derek Steen's back there, and you got the 3 bodies, and just pound away at them.
Streaks showing blitz. Derek Steen under center. He's going to give it off Mullins. Lead blocker in front, falling over the pile.
First down.
Mullins has got the first over the 40 to the 41. And the game clock nearing 3 minutes, 3:07. Here from Don Paul.
And with Dominic Dean lead blocking there, I mean, it's not, even that play, it doesn't look like much. He got 5 yards, because of the fall forward, because of, the pop-up and, a little bit of movement up front. And they can just kind of eat this clock away. And like I said, I thought they were going to do this on their last drive offensively. They didn't. And now this time they're like, all right, forget it. Let's just do this. We're going to see if we can eat this thing out.
St. Joe will be forced to burn a timeout after this play. They go to Dean again, straight quarterback keeper, and a easy 6 yards.
And the tackles are coming from behind, so it's pushing them forward.
No timeout by Coach Nisley.
Yeah, it's in that tough situation where it's like, do I call a timeout? But, with them running the way they are, I give a first down up, here, then it's almost like I just gave them, I wasted one. So, maybe you just kind of say, all right, forget it. I'm going to see what happens on this second down.
2:05 to play. Play clock at 10. Dean going to let it wind down. Streaks showing blitz off the edge. Now up the middle. Dean has it. Looking for a lane. He's going to try and break to the second level. It's close to a first down.
Very close.
Almost escaped for a big gainer. But he'll be about a half yard shy of the first. And we're inside 2 minutes, a minute 45. Still no timeout by Coach Nisley.
Yep. Now with a 3rd down and 1. Do you trust in their ability to make the stop? Yes.
Buckeye can punt it away on 4th down if they don't get it and force you to go, hopefully about 90 yards. Backs close to Derek Steen, under center. Game clock, 1:15. Play clock down to 4. Hands off. Mullins straight ahead. He's got the first down. Mullins still driving. He's got the 42-yard line on a gain of 8.
Yep. And Manny Mullins hits the 150-yard mark. Now you just got to tell him, hey, look, you don't need to drag him forward for the extra yards because you don't want to take the chance of the ball getting popped loose. But, you know, that's so in him. He can't stop himself. It's like, well, that's what I do. I just push myself forward.
Interesting choice by Coach Nisley to take those 2 timeouts with him, though. Still not using them. We're inside a minute to go.
Well, he's got to do it after this play right now. But at this point in time, he'll just kneel it out, you know. Oh, no, forget it. No,
false start. Okay.
That's a big mistake. Stops the clock. Because
Buckeye
with them,
called for the penalty.
Because with them only having 2 timeouts, you could have basically just kind of kneeled things out there and burned out the clock. It's down to 42 seconds, but that stopped the clock for them.
So Dean still in formation. He's going to go under center. 42 seconds in the ball game.
Looking over at Coach Jensen, a lot of confusion. The play clock's not moving, so again, it's 42 seconds. We're not moving at all right now, and now it's going to finally start to go. They got time.
Again to Mullins. Mullins straight ahead off the left hip of the center. Still pushing. Mullins still pushing. And he's got, why not give him 12 yards?
You see Dominic Dean?
And there's the timeout by Coach Nisley.
Dominic Dean had him around the waist and was in front of him and pulling on him. Like you would be pulling on ropes or whatever.
Tug of war.
I was like, all right, let me help you drag you forward here, Manny. I got you.
Timeout by St. Joe with 31 seconds here from Don Paul. Buckeye 24, the Streaks 21. The final 30 seconds when we come back.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
QEL and streaming online live for free on the OH Report. I'm Josh Stallings alongside Jeff Roberts with you from Fremont tonight. Double dose of high school football on WQEL this weekend. Gallion and Cary last night. Buckeye Central, St. Joe tonight. And the Bucks in victory formation with 30 seconds left here, leading by 3.
That's what I said. I mean, even the last play, I mean, it burnt enough clock off, but they didn't need to necessarily do it because even the timeout here, they're in good shape now because it was second down. The timeout right there, they'll be able to kneel it out, and that'll do it.
No, well, St. Joe takes their final timeout, I guess.
That's fine, but,
it's not really going to matter.
They're going to need to. They got to just hope for the fumble now, though, so the fumbled snap.
Be sure and stay tuned. As soon as we wrap it up, we'll do a quick post-game show brought to you by Ken Standing Seam, and then we will get right into Guardians baseball here on WQEL. Of course, in our post-game, we'll name our McDonald's Q92 Player of the Game, brought to you by the Lewis family. Owners of McDonald's, Bucyrus and Gallion. Fans sticking it out here tonight in Fremont. Beautiful night for football. Back-to-back nights, really. Dean back under center in victory formation. Have to snap it just one more time. There it is, and that'll do it. Buckeye Central starting this 2022 campaign at 2-0 with a win tonight, 24-21 over St. Joe on the road. What a nice win for Coach Chad Jensen and the Bucks. Started the season with a throttling of Crestline. Now they come all the way up here to St. Joe and knock them off with a 3-point victory. And the Bucks 2-0.
Yeah, outstanding victory right there for Buckeye Central. It wasn't easy for them. They made a lot of mistakes along the way, but it wasn't pretty. But I think Coach Jensen's going to be ecstatic. The fact that in a game that his team made some mistakes, they still had enough resolve to pick up a victory.
Final score here tonight from Don Paul Stadium: the Buckeye Central Bucks 24 and the St. Joe Streaks 21. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Streaming live online on the OH Report. It's final here from Don Paul Stadium in Fremont. The Buckeye Central Bucks 24 and the St. Joe Streaks 21. Josh Stillings, Jeff Roberts with you tonight. This is the Ken Standing Seam postgame show brought to you by our fine friends over at Ken Standing Seam. Ken and Matt Studer. Phone Matt Studer today at 419-544-6275. That's Matt Studer today at 419-544-6275. Get set up for the last roof you will ever need. And Jeff, it was hard fought for Buckeye Central tonight. They had some penalties. Wasn't the prettiest victory, but they were able to hold strong and got it done down the stretch.
They sure did. I mean, honestly, it wasn't easy. They made a lot of mistakes throughout, but so did St. Joe's. I mean, St. Joe's had some opportunities in this game. They just couldn't convert, and ultimately Coach Jensen and Buckeye Central found some things that were working for them, especially Eminem.
Big
Manny
Mullins.
You can't stop that, man.
The fifth-year senior getting it done.
He did an amazing job tonight, and that's the reason why Manny is going to be our McDonald's player of the game. As a result, Manny's going to get himself a gift certificate from the Lewis family McDonald's located throughout Ohio. So as we look at the individual numbers here, Manny ends up this game. It was 27 carries, 163 yards, 2 touchdown runs. Also had a big interception in the game as well. He was fantastic. Derek Dean's running the football, 19 carries, 48 yards. So as a team, 46 carries, 211 yards on the grounds, 2 touchdowns. Dean throwing the football, 13 of 20, 142 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. It was Tyler Sanderson with a nice game, 5 catches, 91 yards and a touchdown. Heath Jensen, 4 catches, 42 yards. Manny catching the ball, 3 catches for 9 yards, 353 yards of offense for Buckeye Central.
Solid night for Coach Jensen and the Bucks.
Absolutely. And for St. Joe's, they just couldn't get any running game going at all. Ethan Mariscal leads the team. He had 9 yards on 6 carries. Did have a touchdown run in there. Jackson Wright, a carry for 5 yards. Michael Jamison, a carry for 4. Ben Yount, 3 carries, 1 yard. Nick Anderson, 4 carries, -8 yards. So as a team, and again, you know, you look at these type of numbers and it's like, oh boy, this is not terribly good. They ended up with, recalculate here, okay, 15 carries for 11 yards overall. I mean, you know, that is not something that you are going to go look back at practice at and be proud of. Michael Jamison did throw 1 pass, but Nick Anderson, the quarterback, goes 10 for 28. So they're 10 for 29 as a team because Jamison's fell incomplete. 167 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jackson Wright leads the team, 6 catches, 125 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Jamison, 3 catches, 41 yards and a touchdown. Thomas Obregon has got a catch for 4 yards. Zaquan Bradford's got a catch for no yards, 178 yards of total offense for St. Joe's. So Buckeye Central, even though in the end the game was sort of competitive on the scoreboard, Buckeye Central really did outgain St. Joe's throughout, because they were able to do it through the air at times and certainly on the ground.
8-7, Buckeye Central took the game into the half with just that 1-point advantage, and the offensive line feel like really stepped it up in that third quarter and that fourth quarter, extended the lead. You know, they got it out to 10. Defense lay a little lackadaisical there, gave up that touchdown, but they're able to hold on, get the victory here on the road, 24-21. Bucks are 2-0, and if you're a New Washington fan, you got to be pretty happy about that.
I think not only they got to be happy about that, I think that Coach Jensen's going to be able to look at some things and say, I wonder how many other teams throughout the year, especially when we get in the N10 play, are there going to be other teams in this league that we can maybe push around? Maybe they found something in this game because, like I said, we talked about it going in. Speed is not really what their team is going to be built on,
right.
But they've got a lot of different guys who can do some things. And obviously, I mean, you got Mullins in there. When they moved Dean into the backfield, Dominic Dean,
powerhouse.
They were pushing people around, and Derek's has usually kind of been more of a stand back there and throw the ball around type of a guy. But tonight, 19 carries, ended up with 48 yards, but that included, remember, a 36-yard loss on a fumble that was just kind of a bad snap.
Yep.
So if you take the 36 yards out of that they lost on that play, he's looking at 19 carries for about 80 yards, 85 yards. And if you're a coaching staff who is looking at another option of something that you can do offensively, you'll take those numbers.
Absolutely. Great win for Buckeye Central here tonight on the road, 24-21 over St. Joe. Non-conference game. Bucks are back on the field next week. I did have that wrote down where they play. I'm not sure.
We've got it too. Hang on. Yeah, I was going to say I settled it for about 2 seconds ago, but yeah, the Bucks are back on the field. Obviously,
and we're back coming up next week as well.
Sure, and they'll be playing Ridgemont next week, and it'll be St. Joe's taking on Woodmore. So that will be what's set up on the schedule for both of these teams.
Final here tonight from St. Joe, 24-21. Buckeye Central on the road gets it done. Bucks now 2-0 on the season. Big thank you to everybody here at St. Joe Central Catholic, especially big thank you to Mr. John Kreider back at Station Control and our friends over at the OH Report. I'm Josh Stallings saying stay tuned. We got Guardians baseball coming your way. They are in the pregame, I believe. So John's going to feed it right over to Guardians baseball taking on the Seattle Mariners out west. For Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts, and our friends at the OH Report, good night. Get home safe, everybody.